Welcome back to another episode of Neon Leon. How are all you final idols? And finally, welcome back to another episode of Neon Leon. How are all you vital idols doing? Well, I'm glad we got the technical difficulties out of the way early. What is up? What is up? We've got one hell of a show for y'all today. We got, again, Japanese fighting back against censorship, potentially getting arrested for being an anime fan. That's going to be interesting. Kiwi Farms and 4chan suing the UK. Bro, we is in to eat good tonight for you anti-censorship folks, those of you who love pop culture or just politics at large, or just want to make sure that the West is saved and we don't fall into the degradation that our cousins over there in Europe are falling into. So yes, just want to say major shout out, thank you to the Angry Badger for the raid. What we got here? Well, first of all, we got a couple of pre-stream legends. The ever lovely Piranha Pal with a 2-banger. There's Neon Leon time. Let's fucking go. Also, hi Leonidas. How you doing, girly? Then Kalika Gamer with a 5-banger saying, how does World War II vet cook his Japanese ramen? He likes it nuked. That's good. I like that. I ain't heard that one before. Alrighty, who we got here? Let's take a nice little quick gander at the crew. Obviously we had Alpha Omega first. How you doing, homie? Again, the ever lovely Piranha Pat. Peepers, the Titty Kitty, Sergeant Garatinza, my boy Enzo is in the house, the IRL bestie, Paul Byersmith. Thank you so much, Paul. You love to see you. Dax, our best mod on the whole damn land. How you doing, Dax? UAF Omega, Kenny to the Rens, Domingo is in the house. Seabrew for Seabrew. Oh shit, look at that. We got my boy Jake coming in hard right now. 5 Words of Paradise memberships, 5 new vital idols. I will update the Discord link because 5 of you now can join the Discord. If you weren't in before, you'll love to see it. Thank you so much, homie. You didn't need to, you did. It means the absolute wild to me. Let's get you your clip, son.
Chip, you know what? You just made the list.
Oh no!
Oh, here we go.
And then this is also for those of you that donated a bit ago, Kalika Gamer and Piranha Pal. Thank you so much.
Harder, Leon, harder.
Truly appreciated. So yeah, we had Kalika Gamer. Zalozy is here. Thank you so much for showing up, Zalozy. Truly appreciated. Matt Sanford. And a lot of y'all were getting antsy in the chat because I wasn't here. We were on Badger Show. Badger's Bastards over there. The true Aztec Warrior is in the house. Thank you so much, Aztec. Hopefully you all doing well tonight. Who else we got? I got to scroll through here. Gravestone, Ron E, Xavier, Golden Apples is here. What up, Golden Apples? St. Hugo, the IRL Wesker. How you doing? Can't wait to try your game. Again, Jake, thank you so much. Truly appreciated. Hypno, we got a boy Hypno in the house. You're going to be reacting to your video tonight, Hypno, so stick around if you're curious about what I have to say about your video. Schizosaurus is here. Mr. Tech Rat is Beeble Bastard. Tailfin, I think I would say Taflin. Tailfin is in the house. Bishop, the bad mofo that made that awesome intro for me. Melissa Laura, it's been a minute. How you doing, darling? Emily Kruger is here. What up, Emily? EB is in the house. Thronkill is here. I think that Generally Used Review, CD Stein 69. You love to see it. I think that might be just about everyone. And finally, Granola Grin. Beautiful. All right. Before we get into today's content, before we get into the objectively fantastic content, we gotta make sure we get our grift on. So for those of you that know, of course, we do tier goals up in this bitch. What are these tier goals? Well, tier 1, hundo. I extend the stream. I bring you guys on if you've donated. We we go over some news of the day. We rap a little bit. It's fun. It's a little bit more intimate than just talking to you guys in chat. So we already on our way to tier 1. Thanks to some of those early donos, truly appreciated. Tier 2 is usually spinning a wheel of torture for whatever sort of movie I have to see. But instead we do something a little bit different. I gotta go see Toxic Avenger. I won't lie, I don't know if this is going to be a good movie or not. I'm interested in it, but I have no idea if it's going to be a good movie or not. It's, of course, got Peter Dinklage in it. So, tier 2, hundo. I got to go see Toxic Avenger and give you guys my review. And then, tier 3, hundo. We do a Sunday special stream. I normally take Sundays off, but in this instance, we will do a Sunday stream. You'll love to see it. And maybe, just maybe, we're bringing in someone from backstage who may or may not run the show for me if you all entice me enough. So with that out of the way, let's get into the content. This was put in the Discord to react to, and I'm curious. I've never heard of this creator. They're not exactly bigger than me, but not exactly big. Video's doing pretty well, 10,000 views. Anime fans now face arrest. Now, obviously, we see the sort of fear mongering all the time. But yeah, Sunday stream. That's always the tier 3 goal. Is if we hit 3 hundo on the Neon Leon, then I will do a Sunday stream. Absolutely. So yeah, we hear this sort of fear mongering all the time. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it isn't. That anime with new laws and the way things go can land you in hot water. Let's see what this has to say, and then we'll move on to Japan fighting against this sort of censorship.
Yoko is waifu. Marine is waifu. Sailor Mars is waifu. Kuriko, waifu. Ryuko, waifu. Shampoo, my girl, waifu. Nico, Kaori, Hakari, Momo from MHA, and
I am sensing a pattern
all
here.
waifu. Now, depending on the country and the anime tourist fake fans who contributed to this narrative, I could be arrested for this.
That is so stupid.
No, it isn't, Dwight, and I'll prove it. Man stopped at Dublin Airport by Homeland Security is charged over child sex abuse.
I heard about this. Yeah, dude was like, I don't know if he was arrested. Yeah. Okay, yeah, charged over child abuse. Yes, for fucking having manga. I think he got it like a convention or something. All right, let's see where this is going.
Animation images. Finland boy 21 of Devon, England was traveling to a comic book convention when he was arrested in Dublin Airport. A young man traveling to a comic book convention in the U.S. was stopped by Homeland Security at Dublin Airport and found with, let's say, CX abuse animation images. A court.
Child porn. Call it what it is. When child porn, CSAM, child sex abuse. By the way, it's not. It's fucking anime. It's manga. It's not anime. It's manga. Point is, it's fucking fiction. It's not real. So, alrighty, go on.
That's heard. The top cashier who had been traveling to New York for a Comic-Con event was arrested and had his phone seized. He is accused of possessing anime images of child SA and having category 3 CP anime images.
What?
The can't distinguish between fiction and reality is no longer a joke used to mock those with half a brain.
To be fair, can't distinguish between fiction and reality has been true for quite a while. Need I remind you, we had a very recent mass shooting where a dude that thought that he was a female decided to take his frustrations out on children. So yes, it's quite normal that some people cannot separate fiction from reality.
Deranged and beyond retarded. Delusion has become these people's reality.
It's not fucking real, right?
It shows where these countries' priorities are when they go out of their way to cover up actual instances of these crimes that don't even exist in a vacuum. But
now, to be fair, so we got Matt here saying not to ever go to Europe, and this is false. This is something you should absolutely go to Europe if you want to get your bat beat in by some Muslims that have taken over the country.
Systematic occurring over decades. And if you dared to speak out for actual victims, real people, you were the one who gets charged.
Pay no attention to these hypocrites, Neo.
It's almost like a crime in itself if you are a sane individual able to process anime or animation period as fictional entertainment and not a realm to apply real world logic. Dan the Dan, for example, constantly has journalists who complain about Momo and Okaroon, saying these are minors and victims of sexual exploitation.
What's that?
Acting as if they are watching actual real-life documentary footage of minors rounded up in a van and forced into some sex trafficking ring or something.
What?
I would like to remind you guys, they are arresting people for, what may or may not be risque manga. However, the pedophiles that run the world get to just run free and live their day-to-day lives and continue to assault minors and children and lord over you with their millions and billions of dollars. But yeah, anime and manga, those are the problem. Got it. Where's that list, Trump? Idiot.
But yet still choose to watch, which according to their deluded logic, what does that make them? Which could lead to more arrests, because if you extend their logic, does that make everyone who tunes in to Dan complicit in a crime? Like, this is all so stupid to begin with, and these idiots have no type of foresight to see where all of this thinking or lack of.
I disagree. No. He says they're idiots, they don't have the foresight. Bullshit. They know what they're doing. These individuals know exactly what they're doing. The people in control, the people that are making these rules, they are trying to force a cultural change. This is no different than the collective shout stuff, all right? The collective shout stuff, it's not that they think that, oh, video games make you violent. And this is the actual portrayal of sexual assault against women. Yeah, collective post-wall Karens. There we go. No. This is a forced cultural shift. If they can change the culture, if they can poison the minds, that the people in control can have their way. Obviously, making it to where people cannot separate reality from fiction is the goal, because then they will have complete control over any and all nefarious missions that they want to proceed with in the world. So yes, this isn't a case of them being stupid. It's a case of them actually being incredibly intelligent, which is even scarier.
Leads to the fact that someone was actually detained and charged for anime images. I'm still trying to find the right way to describe this. And as we've seen recently with all of the censorship taken down the video games that depict violence or a certain level of horror, etc., where do you think this will lead next? If you live stream yourself shooting up random people in a video game, will you be arrested? It sounds silly and far off, but it's not. When I first heard the story, I thought surely once the cops realized it's just anime images, they would have considered whomever reported this guy was just a prank, saying, okay, free this man. Someone is wasting our time. But this made it all the way to a judge. The dystopian future isn't a theory or myth, but something we are speedrunning.
Mind you, yeah, this made it to a judge. All right? Dude having a fucking Japanese comic book made it to a judge. But these Muslim rape gangs never face charges. I want y'all to remember that. Like, I don't care if you like anime or you like manga. I don't care if it's not your bag. Okay, maybe you're more of a Western animation guy or whatnot. That's not the point. The idea is that this made it to a judge. Yet teenage girls in Scotland got to carry fucking knives and axes to keep themselves safe from actual invaders. These are real girls that are ready to use and abuse them and throw them to the wayside, and they will never get charged because, it's racist to arrest these foreign invaders. That is where we are at.
And thanks to the stupid leaders in charge and the useful idiots amongst the public that give them power.
We call you normies.
But that's all I have for this video. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. It's a real quick one, but once I heard the story, I know I had to speak on it and dedicate a video to it. There's part of me that still thinks there has to be more to this story. Like an actual crime involving real people had to be committed here.
No. That's not what's more to the story. There's more to the story. Is that there's more to these individuals' agendas. That is what there's more of. All right. And I don't know if this guy doesn't know it yet. Maybe he's not been as invested in it as a lot of us have for the last little while. Or maybe he just can't wrap his head around the idea that, yeah, this sounds like some tinfoil hat Alex Jones shit. But let's all admit, we've had to put some fucking nickels in the Alex Jones was right jar. All right. I don't know if this dude's made it there yet or if he just doesn't want to sound crazy in his fucking YouTube video. But that's where we're at.
But it doesn't seem to be that way. And even if there was, why is anime being associated with this? This is just all too surreal to comprehend at the moment, but still needs attention. And I hope more people speak on it. Also, if you haven't checked out my music, Spotify links in the description. If you love those Samurai Champloo, lo-fi mellow boom bap vibes, then my music is definitely for you. And if you want to support me and the content I create, consider joining my channel and becoming a member. It's much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. What do you think? Peace.
All right, that wasn't a bad video. I quite enjoyed that. Let's see. Oh shit! Give me one moment here. That was an accident. All right. So yeah, that wasn't a bad video. I enjoyed that. I think it was pretty surface level. I don't know again how much his channel revolves around culture war stuff that was thrown in the Discord to react to. But it does go to show the larger issue at play here, which is dude can get arrested, charged, it's seen before a judge, shit like that. However, Muslim rape games can just continue to run amok in the UK. So I'm going to throw the link in the chat if you guys want to subscribe or like the video or whatnot, since we did use his content for our own. Truly appreciated. Also, my partner in crime, my ever lovely big titty producer, is backstage. So again, if we hit tier 1, she'll join us, but maybe y'all can entice me to have her come into the fold even earlier, because capitalism is king. Alrighty.
I'm doing the clicky clackies, guys.
If she's doing the clackies, get the fuck out of there. There's your cameo. That's y'all want to see her actually join me for the rest of the stream. Y'all gonna have to make that happen. Alrighty. So now we're moving on to a follow-up, which is massive win for everyone. Japan goes to war against censorship. So when you see issues like this, like we just covered in this previous video, it leads to Japan speaking out. Because this is their art, this is their culture that is being besmirched by these bullshit laws. All right, this isn't like oh man, we need to enshrine Sharia law to make these people feel more comfortable in the land they're invading. Yeah, no, that's not culture, that's inferiority. We're talking just art here. All right, we're talking art, we're talking comic books, we're talking pop culture, and that is being lied about. That is being destroyed because of instances like this. We got a 20 banger from my boy Jake saying we want Cinny. I see. It looks like you do want Cinny. How about another 30? If we make it a 50, we'll bring Cinny in early. So we can get another 30 out there. We'll go ahead and we'll bring Cinny in early. Until then, I'll go ahead and give you guys a taste of Cinny. This is for you, Jake. I will come anywhere you want me to come.
All over his backside run!
I want to fuck you in the ass right now. Thank you. It's nice to get some appreciation around here.
Bango, bango, bongo, there it is. Thank you so much, Jake. Truly appreciate it. All right, let's get into this video. Massive win for everyone. Japan goes to war against censorship.
There's a war brewing right now in Japan for freedom of expression. For those that want to express themselves within manga, anime, light novels, or games, Japan is sick and tired of having to censor that. They're sick and tired of people coming into their culture, coming into their communities, and instead of peacefully integrating, they are trying to get the culture and community of Japan to self-censor itself and also to meet a global standard in the West. Japan is done. They've had enough.
Yeah,
and there's been a lot of industry veterans on the
stuff,
anime and manga side that have been very outspoken about this. And there is a newcomer that has thrown their hat into the ring, and that is the Black Lagoon offer. And so let's talk about that. So I guess
for those of you that ain't read Black Lagoon's a fucking great. Well, I haven't read it. I've watched the anime though. The anime is fantastic. It's gory. It's violent. It's basically like if Quentin Tarantino made an anime, and it's incredible. So when you hear, oh, it's like Quentin Tarantino made an anime, yeah, no, of course, this is the sort of shit that they are going to want to censor. So it makes sense that he, of course, would speak up and be like, yo, my art and by extension, my income is going to be affected if shit like this persists.
I should give a summary here to why the Black Lagoon offer decided to pitch their hat into the ring when it comes to the whole censorship stuff and expressing yourself within anime or manga. So there is some drama right now within the Japanese community within Japan about clamp. And yes, you heard me right. The Japanese community. This isn't the West. This isn't people in the West and crazy schizos in the West. Apparently, Japan also has quite a few schizos that do the exact same thing where they're not able to separate fiction from reality, which...
And okay, now this is an important point. I've been saying this, right? I've been saying this, okay? So yes, Japan seems like some sort of bastion of free speech, right? Japan seems like, oh, our content coming from the West has been garbage, so let's start looking towards other methods. Let's look to anime, let's look to manga, let's look to these Japanese video games. However, Japan is about 5 years behind us in terms of this, okay? Japan's, Gen Z, their millennials, their Gen Alpha, things that have been openly pro-immigration, openly pro, like far more so than their predecessors, the older generations. They have a growing and bubbling feminist movement. Like all of this wokeness that we saw on the rise in, say, post 2016, is now really taking root in Japan. So there are Japanese individuals actually advocating for censorship, advocating for the toning down of anime and manga because, oh, it's violent, oh, it's offensive, oh, it depicts women in a bad light, shit like that. Japan is not a safe haven, and Japanese creations are not a safe haven for the uncensored, more or less based content that we've been wanting and that we've been seeking out. They are on the road to just absolute annihilation, only a few years behind us. So it is very important to bring out that when he says this conversation is brewing in Japan, yes, it is. There's report after report about, and again, this isn't just pop culture. There are so many reports and statistics about the Japanese youths preferring globalization, preferring their borders be open, preferring to eliminate the homogeny that is Japan as it currently stands.
Which is crazy. Honestly, there's definitely been an uptick, an increase of people like this within Japan, and I think a lot of people within Japan are starting to notice this, and I think one of the reasons why this has started to happen is because of the increased popularity of anime and manga. I know I talked about this a lot.
No, Dax. I meant 50 and 50 from when Jake sent his first 20. That's why I said an additional 30. Well, an additional 28 now since we got that 2-banger, which I'll address after the video.
But it is still very relevant. Ever since anime has exploded in the last 5 years, there's been a lot of conversations like this that has increasingly gotten more traffic as time goes on, and it's clear Japan is done with it. They are upset. They're not having it, and you have
I disagree. It is not clear that Japan is done with it. Not only are there still these groups, especially these youths, the ones that will be voting and doing, their public activism and whatnot, that are for and pro globalization, but there are Japanese politicians that are in this boat as well, which is why we always celebrate when we hear Japanese politicians come out and say they are against this sort of nonsense. So yeah, no. When Chibi says that Japan is through with it, it's very much a culture war over there and still an ongoing probably a growing culture war. It will actually probably get even worse in Japan before it gets better.
Creators within the space, animators and authors just instantly shutting this down, and they're just outright outspoken against it. They're like, we're not going to.
Okay, he is correct in that. A lot of Japanese artists are sticking up against this. We recently saw an interview with some ex-Square Enix developers who left the company because they were tired of the homogenization. So those who actually, make a living off of art and those who are creatives and storytellers, they are speaking up against this, obviously, not only because it affects their art, but it affects their finances as well. But that being said, I mean, how much power do they really have? Yes, they can speak their piece and make their voices heard, but if the political powers that be don't like what they're saying, well, it's not really going to matter. There's plenty of people in Australia that don't like the authoritarianism that's going on there. That doesn't mean they're going to get their way. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean, give up, throw in the towel. I'm not a black pill person 100 at all. All I'm stating is that the people that are speaking up and speaking out, while they are artists, doesn't mean Japan as a whole is done with this.
Censor ourselves. We're going to express ourselves with our work, in our work how we want. We don't care. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the spine and backbone from these creators that are doing.
I want to address something Gaming Wolf said. I don't think many Japanese would be in favor of what the West is pushing, like globalization agenda. You are incorrect, sort of. So while the Japanese citizenry may or may not be, again, the youth actually are in favor of this, that's not where the money comes from. The people that are in favor of the globalization are the ones getting money from Western institutions like BlackRock, like State Street, things to that effect. We're talking about these high-up Japanese, businessmen and whatnot that see dollar signs. If globalization means more dollar signs, and not only that means more dollar signs at the degradation of traditional Japanese culture, they don't care. They're still getting their money. So yes, there's 100% a globalist mentality for Japanese elites, just like there's a globalist mentality for elites the world over.
This because I think we can all agree the reason why we love anime, the reason why we love manga and different things that come from Japan is because it is Japanese. It's not trying to fit to global standards. It's not trying to be the next Disney. It's not trying to be the next Hollywood. It's its own thing. And a lot of people that have gravitated towards anime and manga over the years, it's because it's weird. It's because it's different. It's because it's strange. And if you try to water it down and make it very lukewarm and not what it once was, it's basically going to shift away from why it became popular in the first place.
I mean, let's look at this from a Western perspective. Because first of all, he is incredibly correct. He is 100% correct. But let's look at this from a standard of just say the MCU. Why was the MCU successful, right? The MCU was successful because it was more or less authentic to the comics. When Iron Man came out, and nothing like it had really been done before. Like, yeah, you could say there's, Blade and X-Men, Spider-Man, but those are still very much of their times. We had comic accurate, outfits and characterization. And as the MCU went on, that level of adoration from the diehard fans, from the comic book fans, spread to the normies, because that's how the most organic way to grow something is word of mouth. It doesn't matter how much advertising you do on X, doesn't matter how many commercials you put out there, word of mouth will always be the strongest indicator. And what happened when the movies started getting shitty? Comic book fans started to fucking hate it. And it took some time, but enough word of mouth and enough bad products later by comic book fans, it eventually reached the normies. Now normies are sick of the MCU. Every single MCU movie, minus a few, are abject failures and bombs, because even normies aren't showing up anymore. People need to, they underestimate the word of mouth. And you're seeing the same thing happen. The reason I bring that up, you're seeing the same thing happen in the Japanese sense. Once the traditional Japanese art scene, whether it be video games, manga, anime, and whatnot, starts dying in Japan, it's going to lose its appeal to those that have found the movements and found the art from the outset.
And this conversation obviously is gaining a lot of traction. A lot of the mainstream within Japan is now becoming aware of this issue at hand. And thanks to the offer of Black Lagoon pitching their own voice into the situation, it's definitely causing even more people within Japan to become aware of it. Because you got to remember, this is the Japanese side of social media. This is not the Western side of social media. This is the Japanese side. So these are people that never really interact with the English-speaking community or other different type of languages. They just strictly speak to others in Japan. And they're now finding out about the situation, and they're now even finding out about the localization stuff that's going on, for instance, with Crunchyroll or different manga series, which I've talked about.
Bro, if the Japanese start finding out the bastardization that Crunchyroll and these other dubbing industries are doing, that's game over. Because I've heard mixed things, right? I've seen interviews where the people, these companies say they don't care. Once it hits the West, it's up to them. It doesn't bother them. Then I've heard some creatives that talk about how they loathe the dubbing industry and the localization industry outside of Japan. So I really hope that with anime and manga and really just Japanese art in general growing as much as it does, I do hope they start to see, man, we're exporting our culture to these other regions, and it's getting bastardized. That is an affront to our sensibilities. We need to speak up about it.
Already extensively in the past, but now they're finding out about that. And a lot of authors and creators and animators were completely unaware that some of their works have been tampered with, messed with, and changed to fit modern audiences or global standards. And there's definitely going to be an increase of voices outspoken against that as time goes on, as more and more of the Japanese public becomes aware of it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to talk about the reason why these words from the offer of Black Lagoon is so significant. Now, the reason why these words in the Black Lagoon offer is so significant is because it's not strictly about fan service. It's not strictly about content that is completely on the sexual side of things. It's about content that the way the offer wants to express themselves, put a piece of their soul within their work. For instance, if they're writing something or drawing something or animating something, usually a creator wants to put a piece of themselves within that piece of work that they're working on. And if they're forced to censor that and not allow themselves to...
Not only is that correct, that's how... Have you ever just watched a movie? It doesn't have to be an animated. Did you ever just watched a movie and you thought, wow, this is art. The creators cared about this. They loved this. Conversely, have you ever watched, let's say, a modern MCU film, and it is assembly line bullshit? That is the difference. I don't have a better way to phrase it other than you can feel it. It is a vibe. When you watch something that the artist cared about, that love poured onto the script, poured into the camera, poured into the directing, because the love was there. Conversely, you see these soulless assembly line films or video games or whatnot, and you can feel that it's made by committee. Acolyte being a perfect example of that.
Put that within their work. Is it really theirs anymore? Is it really their manga? Is it really their anime? And so what these words more or less are trying to say is that an author should be able to put whatever they want into it, their own fetishes or whatever they want to put in, a piece of themselves within the series, because that's how they're expressing themselves to the world. It's what sets apart their work from everyone else's, is because a piece of them is within that said work. And that is basically what's going on here. Is that
you know where you feel this the most, or at least in my opinion, and from my perspective, where you feel this the most is music. And maybe it's because I am a musician and whatnot, but like at the end of the day, when you listen to like a top 40 radio hit, and you're like, yeah, this was written by fucking 12 people, and it's the general, like, it's super easy G, D, E minor, C chord progression that's every fucking pop song, and you're like, okay, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. Like, it's so easy to tell what is just an industry engineered hit versus what is a song that's like, God damn, I fucking felt that.
If you have manga and anime and light novels and games censor itself and the creators have to self-censor themselves, that essence, that soul that is supposed to be there will no longer exist. And so you have a lot of people speaking out about this. And I really appreciate the Black Lagoon author willing to say something like this, because the author's definitely been going through quite a bit as of late for the last few years, and especially in just this last year alone. I've made a video talking about it, and for those that are unaware, I'll give you a brief rundown. But the author of Black Lagoon has been going through a lot of depression for a very long time. I have a very detailed video discussing that, but it's very clear just in the last few years that the author is becoming better. They are overcoming their depression, and it's good news overall. And the fact that they're so outspoken and being so passionate about this conversation, I think speaks a lot about how the author and these different veterans want to keep anime and manga like it always has been.
I think it goes a bit beyond that, because, well, he said it a little bit, has the author and these industry veterans more and more. Now, if you look back, my channel a year ago, year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I would do a story now and again about when a manga author or an anime creator or a video game creator, whatnot, from Japan would speak up. But they weren't near as common as a lot of the other videos that I would typically do. And the reason is because it's not common in Japan, at least to my knowledge, it's not common in Japan to speak up about these sorts of things. And if you watch my channel over the course of the last, 2 years or whatnot, you'll see these stories coming out more and more. And the reason is because they're happening more and more. Like, it's not just like, oh, I've decided to cover this more. It's happening more. And that's, I think, speaks to a cultural shift in Japan of, rather than just being like, to my understanding, I've never been to Japan, but to my understanding from people I know that have been, from Japanese people who have told me, it's a very quiet, polite culture. You keep your head down, you sit down, you just let things fucking happen. Well, as of late, we're starting to see a shift where these folks are like, fuck that. Our heads being down, us being quiet, has led to a level of cultural degradation. And I find that to be an incredible thing, because you've got this little bit of this rising fighting spirit within the anime community. And hopefully that as this continues to become a trend, it will force its own cultural change. But force is maybe the wrong word, because this is organic. We are seeing these creatives actually do something that's near and dear to them, as opposed to it being corporate and by committee.
Now, there is one thing I do want to point out. There is quite a few funny comments on this post that are talking about the situation. One in particular is this one. And when I saw this, I instantly started laughing. I was just like, bro. Like, there's some unhinged comments. But then if you start scrolling and you look further, you start seeing some stuff like this. Like, in recent years, I think there's just too many people who want to hide things a bit, aren't there? Or not limited to manga. I think creation in general is something like the process of refining the creator's quirks into a form that others can consume, which is what I basically just talked about. And once again, this is the Japanese community. This is just translated, by the way, but this is the Japanese community talking about the situation that they want creators to be able to express themselves without limiting themselves, and it would ruin what manga and anime actually is. And like I said, this is good to see. I mean, I'm sad to see that there has definitely been an increase of voices against anime and manga and forcing it to try to censor. But it's clear that the creator.
See, that is unfortunately going to happen. The more a medium grows, the more a medium becomes, mainstream. We saw this with gaming. We've actually been seeing this with anime for a long time. For anyone that's been watching anime, because I mean, I've been watching anime since like '96, right? You started seeing this sentiment really start to take hold around 2012, 2014. It was minor, but it was there. But of course, as anime has become more and more mainstream over the course of the last several years, this has become a very noticeable trend. So it's worrisome, but it's also to be expected the more something becomes culturally relevant.
Creators within the space are not having it. And so, yeah, just you gotta love it. You gotta love how the offer of Black Lagoon popped off. By the way, for those that once again want to run down on Clamp, Clamp is a series or an art style basically that is known for like Code Geass, the long legs, the long limbs and stuff. It's pretty iconic. And so the fact that, it's all started thanks to this is pretty funny, honestly. It's legitimately funny. But I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much. Be safe. Leave a comment for the algorithm. Does help out with the video. Chibi out.
Yeah, that was a good video. Quite enjoyed that. Once again, I'll throw it in the chat for you guys if you want to throw a bone. Let me hit the supers that came in. Again, truly, thank you so much for doing it. I wanted to wait until the video was over. All right, we got Seabrew with a 2-banger saying, "Let's go for Cinny." Dax with that 10-banger for the Cinny appearance fun. Also, this is the powers that be hate our waifus. Faye Valentine, Ryoko Hakubi. Ooh, who is? Oh, Ryoko Hakubi. I'm gonna have to Google that one. One sec. Ryoko Akubi. Oh, Ryoko from Tenshi Muyo. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, Faye. Absolutely Faye. I like Ryoko. No, don't get me wrong. I like Ryoko. But Faye is the obvious answer there, for sure. Crowbacks were a 2-banger. My contribution to bringing Cinny to the people. You love to see it. Jerry D. Sills with a 2-banger. Leon, how's you, brother? Badger Cast was fun. Badger Cast was an absolute blast, dude. Absolute blast. Melissa Lorbrook, 5-banger. Globalists want to infiltrate anime for the same reason they did Star Wars. It's the biggest audience possible because it's the number one thing in pop culture. Yeah, exactly. That's why they want to introduce, indoctrinate Star Wars, Marvel, gaming, anime, anything that has a global audience, anything that is massively popular, is an avenue for the globalists to get their agendas thrown in. And again, force this cultural change. And by force, it is a level of brainwashing. And it sounds extreme, but it is a level of brainwashing because people derive whatever is, quote unquote, normalcy from the content that they consume. So yeah, absolutely. All right. Where does that put us with the Cine Fund? 35. Hey, that gives us that low. If I did my math right, Melissa, coming in, gave the Cine Fund. Bingo, bango, bongo. I got to co-host the rest of the night. Cinnamon, how you doing, Charlie? Tell the people who you are and what you do.
Well, hey there, cuties. You guys can find me on Leon's channel most of the time. At least as much as possible. Anyway, I am back full-time streaming next week, so keep an eye out. I have a lot of news.
You'll love to see it. Speaking of news, what do you think of this situation? Before we move to the next one, what do you think of this situation?
Honestly, I wasn't paying attention. I had my headphones off for a second.
All right, no worries. It's not a big deal. But no, again, I appreciate it, girly. Alrighty, let's get into it. Yeah, well, we've got Hypno's video next. Alrighty, so I ain't seen this yet, but as you know, we've been covering the Online Safety Act, the Child Safety Act, all the censorship at length. It has been a wait, you're at 72.95. What do you mean? No, I was talking about to bring out Cinny. I'm pretty sure we hit the correct number to bring out Cinny. Unless I did my math wrong. I don't think I did my math wrong. Hold on a sec. It's not like I'm going to put her back in the box if I got it wrong, but 20, and then you get me at 30.
You can't contain me.
I was at 35. Oh, shit. Yeah, I did do my math wrong. I had an extra 10 that shouldn't have been there. Oh, well, we'll go ahead and we'll call it as is. But, yes, we needed 9 more. Yep, I had an extra 10 for whatever reason. I thought Dex did 20, not 10. That's not a big deal whatsoever. So, yep, Cindy, you're here. It is what it is. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys checking me on that. Alrighty, so we've been talking about the Online Safety Act pretty much every single stream since it became a thing. Because censorship is probably the most important issue we are facing right now. Censorship doesn't just mean, oh, our content has, smaller titties now. Hey, there we go. Hypno for a 10 banger. Look at that. He has Super Saiyan God too. Hypno is Super Saiyan God up in this bitch. Thank you so much, brother. Truly appreciate it. All right. We need to give you guys some clips for all these. All right, we'll give you this one right here to start with.
I'm loving the game. The game would absolutely get a pretty high score from me.
How many bananas?
A solid 8.5 incher for sure.
No.
And wouldn't it be nice to live together?
Bingo, bango, bongo. Thank y'all so much. Truly appreciate it. Hypno fixing that little hump that fucked up. Anyway, so censorship is not just like, oh, they made the titties smaller. Oh, they're changing the words and whatnot. Like, censorship goes so far as to, hey, not UK. They're doing this, what was it? Google Maps. You're going to need to verify your age to fucking use Google Maps. Or censorship at the government level. They're putting in, measures. We did this article yesterday. I believe it was yesterday on the lunch hour, where they called the Muslim rape gangs, the Pakistani rape gangs, Asian grooming gangs. Dude,
what?
Cindy, yeah, when I say Asian, what do you think?
Certainly not Muslims.
Right. However, Pakistan, technically an Asian country. I mean, Pakistan
really?
It's in Asia. The Middle East is all still Asia.
Oh,
but you're proving my point. Because when you hear Asian, you think Japanese, Chinese, fucking, Korean, Filipino, if you're into the Negroes of the Oriental community. Point is, it's clear censorship when they say Asian grooming gangs instead of Pakistani grooming gangs or Muslim grooming gangs. It's because they want to force a narrative in your head. They're censoring the term Muslim. They're censoring the term Pakistani, whatever it may be. So yeah, needless to say, that is what we're dealing with. So yeah, the Online Safety Act is a massive issue that needs addressed, and Hypno put out a video talking about just that. The UK Online Safety Act just got destroyed by 4chan and Kiwi Farms. Now, I avoided watching Hypno's video earlier so that I could get a good, authentic reaction to it on stream. Let's go. And Cindy, if at any point you want me to pause it because you got something to say, just say the word.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have ourselves a massive update to the story that we broke about the UK Online Safety Act. A couple of weeks ago, we did a video that exploded on this channel talking about the UK Online Safety Act and how they were going after 4chan. Now, obviously, going after 4chan, probably not exactly the best idea to do, but regardless, 4chan had responded in such a legendary way where the UK was threatening to fine 4chan, what was it, like 10 to 20,000 euro plus for every violation. And 4chan basically told,
oh, maybe I misread or I'm misremembering. I remember the number being fined like 10 million a day per day they don't comply.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I'm misremembering that with the Apple situation. Apple needing a backdoor into, the UK demanding Apple give a backdoor to all iPhones and Apple products so that they can, track users and whatnot. Sebrew says 25,000 a day. Point is, it was a fucking insane number.
them to go fuck themselves, that they are a US-based company. They're not going to be, bowing to their censorious nature, whatever. Now we have an update. Preston Byron is now going to be representing both 4chan and Kiwi Farms, as we first found out. And
they've got legal representation, yo.
Holy shit.
Imagine. Okay, so for those of you that are young, maybe you're new to the internet. For those of you that don't know, 4chan was the Moss Eisley of the internet, a wretched hive of scum and villainy. Okay, so you can just go to YouTube and type in like 4chan horror stories. You're gonna get stories of like, dudes tracking down women and doing horrible things to them, or you're gonna get all sorts of like funny scam stories. Like, 4chan is still one of the last bastions of a true Wild West on the internet. So just the idea that there's a lawyer that's all like, yep, I'm going to represent these guys kind of gives me hope for humanity.
And Ron Coleman of Coleman Law Firm. Yes, Ron Coleman, the same one who's representing Smash JT. They are doing the fusion dance and joining together.
Wait,
and
what?
They are both with four.
Bro, we got a boy Ron involved too? Oh, shit. Oh, dude, the UK don't know what's about to hit because the UK already hates Jews right now. UK very pro-Muslim, very anti-tiny hat. And they about to be taken to task by king of the Jewish lawyers. Oh, this is amazing.
Chan and Kiwi Farms, which I didn't even realize Kiwi Farms was going to be joining in on this. 4chan and Kiwi Farms are suing the UK government because of the Online Safety Act. So we're going to get into this video. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it all down. We have an article here talking about it as well. It is just blowing up right now. This entire situation is insane. And you know what? The UK had it coming. I have a lot of people that watch my videos, a lot of people that watch my live streams. The video that I put out the other day, a couple of weeks ago with the UK Online Safety Act, they got almost 350,000 views. The amount of people that commented from the UK, that video had over 20,000 comments. There were a ton of people commenting from the UK, and they were saying they're sick of it. They're absolutely sick of all the nonsense that they have to deal with. And there are people.
You know what? Before we go further with Hypno's video, because he's bringing up something I want to talk about, actually. Let me see if I can find the tweet. It was from Sargon of Akkad. Give me one moment here. Cindy, do you have anything to say thus far while I bring up this tweet?
I feel like Britain really got too big for their britches. Get specking. So this is an interesting turnabout. I'm ready for like the ramifications of how these guys are gonna, or basically what UK is going to go through now that they're part of the or they're getting hit with the US legal system.
Well, so we've got this tweet from Carl Benjamin, Sargon of Akkad. Let me zoom in a bit so y'all can see it. My entire timeline is just people declaring for England. Welshmen, Scotsmen, Irishmen, Frenchmen, fucking gross, Americans, just people from everywhere, all declaring their support for the English patriots in our time of need. All the old adversaries are with us as we are with them, because this isn't about vanity of old grudges. This is about the very existence of our nations at all. Do the English get to have in England? Do the Welsh get to have the land of their fathers? Do the Scots get to keep their locks? Does the Emerald Isle belong to the Irish? If in each case the answer is yes, then we can all sing the same song. We can all speak with the same voice. These lands belong to us and no others. This is the defining question of our age, and there's only one just and true answer. St. George for England. All else will follow. Now, I've made it very clear that I'm an American first individual, right? I'm an American. I don't give a fuck about the UK. I don't give a fuck about Ireland. However, there is a movement that is corrupting them that could also happen to us because this is a global issue. So while I am America first, I will proudly say that no, in instances like these, I am going to stand with England. I'm going to stand with the UK as a whole and whatnot, or at least with the populace of the UK. Yes, we'll do anything and everything. We'll make every video talking about what's going on in the UK. We'll make every call out about the Muslim grooming gangs that are running around raping their 14-year-old girls. Why? Because that could also happen to America. Being America first, which I proudly am, means that I am America first. That doesn't mean America only. So if at any point it comes to the conclusion of I'm going to have to choose America or the UK, fuck yeah, obviously, I am choosing America. But up until that choice needs to be made, we need to be talking about the shit that's happening in the UK because it very well could and may affect what's going on here. So that's I just wanted to bring that up because as much as I talk about being America first, I've been covering a lot of UK shit, and the two are compatible with one another.
Honestly, this hasn't pricked. Like, there hasn't been a lot of news that didn't enrage me, that pricked my interest. You know, quite like Johnny Somali did. You know, before he got, I think he got 40 years, but like. Before then, I was like super, super invested. Now I'm really interested in this, so I'm going to be looking into it.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, there's no shortage of content that you can cover when it comes to the UK, and it's important shit to cover. So, all right, back to Hypno's video.
That are over there that are doing what they can to fight against this stuff. But we are also fighting here on our own home turf because, no offense to people in the UK, your government is trying to infringe on our country as well with their
I'm going to disagree with Hypno Full offense to people in the UK. Full offense to people in the UK. Like, fuck you guys for letting this happen. While there's the few of you that I just said I agree with and I'll stand by and whatnot, those few base individuals, at the end of the day, and thankfully we are starting to see you guys rise up and form these protests. I think it's going to be great. Maybe, because I said on a stream a few days ago, I think the UK is done for. I do. I think the UK is too soft, too doughy, too fucking weak. They're going to roll over and let this happen. But I would love to be wrong. So yeah, fuck the UK, but prove me wrong.
Bullshit laws. So let's go over this post by Preston Byron. It says, on behalf of our clients, 4chan and Kiwi Farms, the law firms of Byrne and Storm, PC, and the Coleman Law Firm have today filed a federal lawsuit against the UK Office of Communications, aka Ofcom, in DC federal court. Preston Byrne of Byrne and Storm, counsel for the plaintiffs, said the following: American citizens do not surrender our constitutional rights just because Ofcom sends us an email. In the face of these unlawful foreign demands, our clients have bravely chosen to assert their constitutional rights.
Bro, it is fucking hilarious to me that this pussy-ass fucking UK government thinks that they could have any chance of telling us what we can and can't do in our goddamn country when they're losing theirs to these filthy foreign invaders. Like, you can't even maintain your own country. You can't even keep your 12 and 13 and 14-year-old girls from getting fucking raped by these Muslim pieces of shit. But you think you would tell us how to run our shit? Go fuck yourself, mate.
The UK Online Safety Act is a brazen attempt by a foreign country to hobble American competitiveness and suffocate American freedom by exporting the UK's censorship laws to our shores. Now, the thing is, this entire situation with the UK Online Safety Act, I've said from the beginning, if you want to do this in your own country, if the people there, vote for this or don't vote for this and want to fight against it, whatever, why don't you worry about your own fucking shores? Like, the thing that I hate so much about groups like Collective Shout and the UK government with the Online Safety Act is that they are trying to take their laws, whatever they're trying to do, and they're trying to expand it on a worldwide front. That shit's not going to fly here, bro. We still have guns, my guy. Like, that's not going to fly here. If we're not...
No, I get... Oh, go for it.
We separated. We had a divorce from England in 1776. We didn't want them back.
Completely agree. In fact, after that divorce, a few years later, when a certain mustache man, Hitler, decided to start fucking them up, we were all like, you know what? Even though the divorce, we're gonna be the good ex-husband and come back and save you from your abusive boyfriend there. So, but no, beyond that, Hypno was stating that if you want to do this shit in your own backyard, go for it. That's what your people voted for. I actually disagree with Hypno on this front. Like, I get what he's saying, and in theory, it makes sense, and I agree. However, when you look at our Constitution, when you look at the freedom of speech, when you look at all the freedoms that are granted to us, it's worded a very specific way. And I touched on this yesterday when covering this stuff, when covering the UK stuff. These are not rights granted to you by the government. These are, they're literally called God-given rights. These rights are granted by God, by an omnipotent being that cannot be wrong, right? That's the idea. So while I get that, the idea of, do whatever in your backyard, just don't let it affect us, I believe that these rights are for humans, like all man. So these are the sort of things that should be allowed regardless of where the fuck you are, and that we should fight to protect, because freedom is, at the end of the day, the most important thing. Now, should we prioritize that for other countries when we got our own to worry about? No, not the fuck at all. Not the fuck at all. However, just on this, the purely the emotions I have towards the concept of freedom and these rights being inalienable human rights, we should be like, hey, the UK fucking sucks, and like encourage them to rise up and fight for these rights that, again, in theory, are granted by God, not by government. And Sebrew, that's a stupid question. There's only one God.
Not going to be taken over by our own government. We're not going to let you motherfuckers do it either, right? So they don't understand that you can push too far too fast. And that's exactly what's happening here. The UK government with the Online Safety Act, the moment that passed, they thought they could just censor everything. They thought that they could go after everything and
Thank you,
everyone and start charging fines left and right like crazy. They just went crazy everywhere. But you just went crazy too fast. And now you're going to deal with this. If foreign countries feel like bullying Americans, that is their prerogative.
He says they went too crazy too fast. I'm curious. I'm wondering, like, to me, the UK seems like a testing ground, right? The UK seems like a testing ground for the global elites because they know they can't pull the shit off with America. At least they can't pull the shit off with America first. They need to get these other, my theory, they need to get these other weaker countries to fall first, and that way it's a strength in numbers sort of thing. It's a war of attrition sort of thing. If they can get the UK and these other European countries and whatnot to fall and make it to where America just has literally no allies, it will be that much easier to enact this shit in America. They're like, America's basically the final boss for these globalists. Yeah, Australia is another one. Australia, if they can make the UK crumble, they can make Australia crumble, all these other European countries as well. Then they've got a strength in numbers sort of thing. America is the final boss for the fucking globalists.
So wait, if foreign countries feel like bullying Americans, why is it that if Americans decide to do that to other countries, it's punching down and not just our prerogative?
I mean, is that a rhetorical question or do you want an honest answer?
No, I mean, like, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, so the idea that it's punching down and whatnot comes from the fact that we have been, in some part, infiltrated as well. You've got these lunatic, left-leaning, or even far-right-leaning, absolute losers that think that that it is wrong for us to expand our power. It's offensive in some way or whatnot. So
they can leave the country. No one's stopping them.
Agreed. They've got the freedom to leave the country. You're exactly correct. Yeah, I agree with Melissa Lord. It's the USA versus the world.
The First Amendment bar is prepared to hail any foreign censor into federal court at any time to defend any American. Ron Coleman of the Coleman Law Firm, counsel for the plaintiffs, said the following: "With this action, our clients defend the free speech rights of every American. Foreign interference of this type seen in this case is precisely what the First Amendment is meant to protect against. We have asked the court to confirm that Ofcom has no authority to impose or enforce unconstitutional UK laws on American soil." Now, if this goes through,
which mind you, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty damn sure that if the UK doesn't like 4chan or whatnot, they can block the IP, right? They can block the IPs, they can block the websites. I mean, China does it. China's got an entirely different internet structure than the rest of the world. Why? Because they don't want their citizens learning what fucking freedom is. So the fact that the UK has this ability, if they don't want 4chan to be accessible, they can just shut it the fuck down. The reason they don't is because if they can get this dub, if they can get this win, then that is a show of force, a show of power. We're not just going to shut this down for our country, even though we have the ability to do that. We're going to shut it down worldwide to make an example of you. Exactly, EB. They could, but that's not what they want. Exactly.
And it gets to a point where they win, right? If the federal court decides that the UK Office of Communications has no right to impose penalties on American citizens, well, the UK is fucked then. They're completely fucked.
I can't, even with the most liberal, left-leaning, homo-ass judges on the Supreme Court, which are a minority, mind you, even with the most homo-ass liberal justices on the Supreme Court, I cannot imagine that they would vote for, that they would make a judgment that the UK does have rights to infringe on us. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see a world where they would actually say, yes, they do have the rights to do this. I could be wrong, but that doesn't, so sick of homo judges. Me too, buddy. Me fucking too.
Britain comes off as like old man yells at cloud.
What, for the British, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, absolutely. Well, no, obviously, yeah, Krovax and those in chat, yeah, obviously no country has the right to do that. What I'm saying is even the most liberal, left-leaning judges on the Supreme Court, I think even they would agree that no country has the right to do that. Like, this might be one of the very few instances where the lefties on the Supreme Court would agree with those on the right. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that's the way this would end up going.
At this point, they're fucked in terms of trying to control any website that is from the US. That's basically it. They're not going to be able to control any website. And at this point, I think what's going to happen is they're going to basically ban these websites. The UK is going to be like, okay, you won't let us make money from you? Well, we're going to ban you. How about that? And they're going to be like, well, I guess we're going to lose all the UK users. It's not like they don't have VPNs, right? So you guys, it's going to be a losing battle. They know it, but they're trying to see what they could get away with. That's really what this is about. Power that is easily...
Bingo, bango, bang. Hypno is entirely correct. This is all about testing the waters to see what they can get away with. I mean, there's no other... in fact, they probably know they're going to lose this. But this is just one step in further actions that will continue to happen. The UK might lose this battle. That's all right. This is just a test. It's all about seeing how far they can push it. Because if they try enough times, eventually they'll get a dub with something. I don't know with what, but eventually they will get a dub with something.
Given like this is not power that's easily taken away. Once these governments enact this level of censorship and they pass these laws, they feel like they can do anything. And they will constantly push and push and push. And if nobody resists, well, then they just win, right? You have to resist at some point. So anyway, this is the actual lawsuit here. And you can see United States District Court of Columbia, civil action complaint, 4chan Community Support LLC, and LolCow. I can't believe Kiwi Farms website LLC is called LolCow. I didn't even know that.
I did not know that. That's fucking amazing. They're LolCow LLC. That's a fucking thing of beauty.
That is genuinely hilarious. The comedy is through the roof. Shout out to Kiwi Farms. I had no idea. That is fucking hilarious. LolCow LLC doing business as Kiwi Farms versus the UK Office of Communications, aka Ofcom. Plaintiffs 4chan Community Support LLC and LolCow LLC, through their undersigned counsel, allege and say as follows for their complaint against defendant Ofcom. The internet is a global system of communication between computer servers located in data centers around the world. Despite the internet's global reach, it is more or less universally acknowledged that the internet is predominantly an American innovation built by American citizens, residents, and companies, and that the United States has the largest and most thriving technological sector of any G7 member state. Foreign governments, particularly those in Europe, which have not managed to build technology sectors of their own, have for the past decade or more sought to control the American internet and hobble American competitiveness through a range of legislative and non-legislative initiatives. These foreign governments have threatened American and other non-European entrepreneurs with a wide range of coercive threats, including fines, arrests, and imprisonment for engaging in conduct which is perfectly lawful in the territories where their websites are based.
You know, I wonder, because lawsuits like this, because this is a civil suit, right? This is a civil suit. So usually that implies there's going to be some sort of monetary exchange. So if and when, and I do say when, the UK inevitably loses this, hypothetically, I would imagine the UK would end up having to pay, at the very least, pay the legal fees for 4chan and Kiwi Farms. So like we might be living in a world where the UK government pays for the fucking legal fees of 4chan and Kiwi Farms. That's a thing of fucking beauty, in my opinion. I mean, maybe that's not how the terms of this is going to work. And maybe Hypno goes over it. I'm not sure because, again, I'm not familiar with this lawsuit yet. But by God, I hope that is where we're at. Mods, can I get a count, by the way? Let me know where we're at, please.
So again, guys, this is such a huge move. I fucking love to see it. Preston says, I add Ofcom gave our client 4chan a deadline to respond to their letters. The deadline passed yesterday. Their lawsuit is our client's response. To be clear, I love the UK. I spent 15 years of my life there. Virtually all of my friends are there. I hope to go back one day, but the UK...
Well, trust me, Preston, one day being the operative word, because you don't want to go back right now, especially not if you got a family. You will not live to make it back to fucking America.
has gone off the rails in the last 25 years. I can be more effective as a UK free speech activist from the USA. And it's so sad, but it's
exactly. See, okay, that's what I was saying earlier. He says I can be more effective as a UK free speech activist from the USA. Correct. Because while I'm America first, free speech should be universal. Ain't nobody should ever be person. Hey, we're $13 away from tier 1. Just those of you know. Thank you, Dax. No person on this earth should live in fear of persecution for their speech. Again, because it is a God-given right. I mean, it is that simple. So we should be advocating for free speech anywhere and everywhere. Like the UK is the easiest one to do, but anywhere and everywhere. Were you about to say something, Cindy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do they actually think they would win a lawsuit?
Who, the
In a
UK?
different, yeah, in a different country?
Oh, in a different country for sure. I guarantee if this was between two European countries, I bet they absolutely think they would win. I'm going to assume. Oh, go for it.
I meant like, do they actually think they're gonna win a lawsuit against somebody in America?
No, I don't think they're expecting to win this. Like that's what we were saying earlier. Like when Jake called it a trial run and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
I think this is. I will hit that in a second. Yeah, thank you. I don't think the UK is expecting to win this. I do think that the UK is using this as a test to see how far they can push, and then they're gonna go a little further next time, and they'll lose that, and they'll go a little further the time after that, till eventually they get. Like again, it's the classic theory of like, eventually you're gonna catch a fish, right? If you're fishing, eventually you're gonna catch a fish. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I just feel like that's such an odd thing to do right now, especially when everybody is so hyper aware of what their country is going through. Like any lawsuit that the UK tries to bring here, people are going to watch like a hawk. I don't know.
People are hyper aware of what their country is going through. Yes. However, you got to remember the UK thinks they're the good guys in this situation. Like what their country is going through to us is objectively bad. It was like, yo, what the fuck? You're letting these Muslim rape gangs come in and just take control of your women. We obviously think this, but they think that because they're controlled by globalists, no, this is a good thing. This is what we want. You guys are the bad guys. You guys are the racists. You guys are the xenophobes. You guys are the bigots for saying that this is bad.
That's wild.
I mean, to be fair, we see this in America. You think that, like, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Tim Walz, Kamala Harris, all these fucking homo-ass politicians that want open borders, that want to accept all these migrants, that want to see anybody waving an American flag put in jail for being a bigot? Like, we see this. It's just, thankfully, here, we're able to actually fight against it, at least in some part.
It's just more along the lines of that. It always blows my mind seeing that these people are like, no, we make sense. And it's like, I don't even know where to start with you. You know, it baffles me.
Well, I mean, it blows your mind because this sort of shit was unprecedented 20 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know.
Niat came in with 13, homie. I really hope you're just listening and not watching because you need to rest your fucking eyes. Okay? I appreciate it. Thank you very much for getting us to tier 1. You were an absolute gem. But you better be just listening and not watching because you need to rest your eyes, son. Anyway, if you are listening.
Come on, I'll sing you a lullaby, Niat.
Well, before you do that, this is for you, Niat.
Ugly motherfucker.
Bingo, bango, bongo. There it is. Thank you so much, homie. All right, let's keep going. We got a little bit of this video left.
True, right? Unfortunately, the UK has gone so far to the point where things like the UK Online Safety Act have enabled their censorious ways to continue and to thrive with little to no resistance. And the people who are fighting over there, unfortunately, are just few and far between. This needs to be a bigger thing. And they're trying to do it here while they can, because God knows if they get fought over there and they lose, well, then any chances they didn't take, they would have lost anyway. So this entire thing is just amazing. I hope to see this all the way through to the end. I hope that, obviously for American free speech and free speech in general in the UK, I hope we win. I really.
Based hypno. based hit note for saying free speech in general. Because again, I think that, and maybe this is because of my point of view about, you know, freedom being the ultimate thing, but like, yes, based hit note for saying free speech in general. I cannot imagine living in a fucking country that does not have free speech.
I don't want to imagine something like that, honestly, because that's terrifying.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Sometimes I'm truly a loss for words, like for the world we live in today. As much as I love it, as much as I think we live in the best times, you know, we got air conditioning, we got internet and whatnot. It is. I never would have thought we'd fallen this far 20 years ago.
Mm-mm.
I do hope we win. I hope 4chan and Kiwi Farms showcases to the UK government a massive felting on the public stage for everybody to see. Because then when the other countries that are trying to do this, like Australia, for example, with collective shout and their stupid nonsense, when these countries try to do this to other people outside of their backyard, this should be used as a precedent to say, no, we're not going to let you govern us. You are not our government. You don't make our laws. Just because you pass laws in your country doesn't mean.
Not only are you not our government, you're not even our fucking equal. The UK is so fucking far beneath us, dude. Like, it is hilarious. We are your superiors in every single way. Come back and try and have a conversation with us once you're allowed to carry guns and, you know, don't have Muslim rape gangs taking your women out and doing whatever with them while you sit idly by unable to protect them. Come back to us when you're not charging 13-year-old girls for defending themselves with a fucking axe because they were approached by some strange fucking man.
That we have to listen to you. This is our internet. This is our website. Go fuck yourself. You don't want to use the website? Don't use it. People have VPNs anyway, which, by the way, they've said that they have wanted to try to ban, but they can't ban. They've openly said that VPNs are legal tools in the UK and they're not going to ban them. So your people...
Now, they're not going to ban them, but I have a fucking conspiracy theory. So after they came out talking about how they wanted to ban VPNs, get rid of VPNs and whatnot, Mike, and I told the story on Leon yesterday, but some of you guys might, or on Leon's on shower yesterday, but some of you might not have been here. My internet yesterday was acting like dog shit. Absolute dog shit. It didn't make any sense. I restarted my computer, didn't fix it. Restarted my router, didn't fix it. On a whim, turned off my VPN, everything back to normal. My internet speeds shot the fuck through the roof where they were supposed to be. Like, it was insane. And then I talked to some other people who also were having issues with their VPNs. Sammy 3P was having issues. Yeah, you were having issues with your VPN. Sammy 3P was having issues with his. I think some people in chat said they were having issues with theirs. So, like, if the UK and Australia and other them, like, can't, no. It was VPNs will slow your speeds. I know they'll slow your speeds, but bro, I was going from 600 megabits per second, which is give or take, like that's my normal. I pay for gigabit, but it's shared, so I get usually around like 640 megabits per second. Dude, I was down to 80. I was down to 80 from 600-ish. That is not the level of damage a VPN will be doing. I normally go down to 300 or 400. Right? And by the way, so yeah, the idea that everyone was having these issues with VPNs, which by the way, I didn't ask, but I should have. I imagine we all use different VPNs. Like, are you comfortable saying what VPN you use, Cindy?
Oh, NordVPN.
See, I use Surfshark, so not even the same company. So you were having issues with your VPN. I was having issues with mine as well. We have two different VPN companies.
Interesting. Yeah, somebody's saying overload. Melissa Lord saying overload on the servers. I mean, that's possible.
Possible, but do you really think it would be happening to, like, between all the companies? Again, I guess it's possible. But, man, it'd be real interesting if there's, like, since they can't ban VPNs outright, if they're going through and using some backdoor methods to sabotage said VPNs. I don't know. Maybe that's too temple hatery, but
are utilizing VPNs. It is skyrocketed over in the UK VPN usage, and that's probably a good thing. to be honest with you. So you guys can let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about this lawsuit that has now been filed by 4chan and Kiwi Farms? Did you see Kiwi Farms joining this at all? Because I didn't. I had no idea. So let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Bingo, bongo, bongo. There it is. All right. I'm going to do the other videos. I'm going to throw this up there. You guys, yeah, make sure you be hitting that like button. Hypno is a fucking gym. He is a savant. So, yeah, make sure you be throwing him a bone. Some of y'all may have already seen that, to be fair. I mean, again, it's Hypno. I imagine, he and I share quite a bit of crossovers. You may have seen it. But I figured it was important to throw out there. All righty. What do we have next? First of all, did I miss any soups? Seabrew with a 2-banger says, what's tier 2 again? Leona coming back? No, Leona's not coming back. There needs to be a very specific reason if I ever do bring that character back. No, tier 2 is I have to go see Toxic Avenger in theaters. So yeah, that'll be a thing. But yes, truly appreciated, bud. Thank you very much. This is for you. I mean, wait, where'd it go? Here it is. This is for you, buddy.
I fuck one of the robot dogs.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Truly appreciate it, Brew. Yeah, I think we're almost at tier 1 according to Dax. We're like literally just a few bucks away from tier 1. Alrighty. So while we're talking about censorship and whatnot, I would be remiss if we didn't talk about that tranny piece of shit shooter, that mass shooter that took out that Catholic school. And Grums made a retarded ass post on social media. $1.55 away. Thank you, Dax. So yeah, so Grums made a post that was fucking ridiculous. Atreus did a video, said Grums gets cooked after controversial tweet about shooting, and on his thumbnail he said, but is he wrong though? So I don't know if this is gonna be a Atreus entertaining Grum's point, or maybe this is just some clickbaity shit. Hey, there we go.
Nice, Searoot.
I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
No.
4T. Oh, either way,
40?
Thank you very much, homie. Truly appreciated.
And a friendly reminder, fuck you, Leon.
Alrighty, so I want to talk more about the shooting stuff, and I've got some stuff
for tier 1
to talk about as well. For tier 1. Okay, that makes sense. For tier 1. But yeah, let's go through, see what Atreus has to say, and see if he's actually going to defend Grums. Because if so, that would be a wild take.
Grums is getting cooked on Twitter, and it's over a tweet that has to do with this recent tragic, disgusting, violent killing of some children at a church, or no, I'm sorry, maybe it might have been a Christian school. I do apologize for that. So we got to talk about it. Does Grums have a point? People being a little bit too hard on him. I don't know. We're gonna get into it. So, for those of you who don't know, okay, maybe you don't watch the news. Apparently, there was a Troonie killing this bad. And I'm not talking about of the variety where somebody went out and killed a Troon. I'm talking about where a Troon decided, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go slaughter some MAGAs. You know what I'm saying?
It's insane to me. It's insane to me that your hatred for Donald Trump leads you to, like, you gotta, not that I'm advocating for this, mind you, not that I'm advocating for this whatsoever, but you could have, like, gone and shot up, like, I don't know, a Buffalo Wild Wings, or like a football game, something where there's probably a country music concert like what we saw in Vegas. But a fucking school? This isn't even a MAGA thing, like Andre's saying. This is just a depraved, fucked up, disgusting individual thing.
Is he even
gun,
or was he even actually trans? Because I read his weird manifesto, and he was saying that he liked a girl, but I don't know.
Well, that's a very common thing among dudes that are cosplaying as women. They're trans, they're women, but they're lesbians. They still, they actually like women. So yeah, no, this individual was, trans, legally changed their name. Their mom came out today being like, respect my daughter's pronouns, even in past.
Fuck you, lady.
Fuck your homo ass son. your pronouns, if I was going to respect them to begin with, which just be real, I'm not. But if I was going to, that respect goes out the window once you fucking murder children. Yes, but Tebow is correct. In that manifesto, he did express a regret for transitioning. Yeah, because he came to the realization he could never truly be a girl. Yeah, no fucking shit.
Well, he could never truly be a man either.
Damn, yeah, that's true.
Loaded it up, smiled in the mirror, went down to this church or this school, wherever it happened, and started opening fire, just guns blazing. Hit 2 kids, Sarge. And I'm pretty sure they hit more than those 2 kids, but they actually ended the lives of 2 kids.
Yeah, if I recall, 17 injured and 2 dead. So,
yeah.
You can see right here. This is a tweet that he put out. He says Hassan did this too, and you'll get the context of that when we get to the tweet that he's actually getting cooked for. Okay. This comes from Charlie Kirk. Evidence is emerging of the suspected shooter in Minneapolis, and appears to be psychotic, manic, 22-year-old young man, possible troon, who left an 11-minute manifesto video on YouTube just hours before the massacre happened. The video has been taken down. The suspect wrote notes on the weapons he used, including "Delete Trump," okay, "Where's your God?" "Burn Israel," and 6 million was not enough. He had a human-shaped target with Jesus's face attached to it. So you can see some of these.
So as you can see, like, there's people that are trying to make this a left issue, a right issue. Oh, this is a crazy leftist. Oh, this was clearly a right wing or whatnot. I'll be real. I agree with the Asmongold stance on it was neither. Like, when you read the manifesto, these were the stark raving mad posts of just somebody in the depths of lunacy. Right? I don't think that. Now, again, they were a tranny, hated Israel, hated Trump. Probably safe to say they're on the left, but there was also a lot of like right-leaning shit as well that this creature said. I don't really think it fucking matters if it's a left or a right issue. The fact is, this is a fucking freak of nature that was affirmed by all of society, his parents, all that shit, that went out and caused a massacre. So I don't see a need to politicize it so much as I see the need to demonize it. But that's just me. I don't know if you have thoughts or not.
No.
All right, fair enough.
Images. These images are a little bit disturbing for those of you who are light at heart. So you see there, "Burn Israel, such as life." Yeah, dude.
That is fair. That is true, Tebow.
Dude was on something. Okay. There you go. "Delete Trump now." 6 million, was it enough?
Yes, he was Click a Gamer. I watched Brandon Herrera's
Trump
response video.
Yeah. So there you go. So the weirdo was on something. All right. There's a tweet. Here's another one from Grums where he says Blizzard and Gearbox devs encouraged the Minneapolis shooting too. Again, we're gonna come back to the context of that from the original tweet that he put out. And this was back in January, right? When it was revealed that there were associates at Activision Blizzard calling for the murder of people who voted for Donald Trump, saying things like "kill your local MAGA." Damn, I should have said delete. Damn, I'm an idiot.
All right, look, no. None of this softening language bullshit. Yeah, kill your local MAGA. Yeah, fuck that. You want to know why YouTube is able to impart censorship on us? Because we fucking self-censor. We say things like delete instead of kill. We say things like off yourself instead of fucking suicide or whatnot. Like, people being pussies about language. I'm glad Trey has fucked up and said kill. Because that's the way we need to be doing this shit. There's a reason I keep saying Muslim rape gangs and not like, Asian touching groups. Like, that's what this shit is. All right, stop with the softening of language.
Blizzard technical artist and associate art director of Gearbox both wish death to 50% of America in a post and likes to their public Facebook. So let's see if we can look back at that and get a good look gobble out of that. Here it is. Here's got Kyle Hickey. Okay. Kyle Hickey says delete your local MAGA, and you can see several people like it, including the associate art director at Gearbox.
All right. So I'll let Trace finish before I get my thought. Actually, I'll let him cook for a sec.
And lead concept artist Max Davenport, who liked the post that says delete your local MAGA. These people hate you. They want to see you dead. They want to see you gone. And I think that while maybe this is an isolated event, maybe it's not, I think you guys need to take this seriously, and that these weirdos are on something. And me, I always take,
yeah, they're on SSRI and they're on hormones and they're on everything except for a high protein diet and a good dicking. That's what they're on.
I always take the position that I don't think any man is pussy. Okay. Any man that tells me he's going to beat my ass, that he's going to delete me, he's going to do whatever, I take him seriously. That way, when the popos ask, why did you blow his head off? Sir, he said he was going to do X, Y, Z. I took him seriously. I was defending myself.
Atreus is 100% correct here. If we are talking about real life, I'll be real, because I see Atreus go full wild on X, right? And it's funny. It's hilarious. I love seeing Atreus pick fights and go butt wild on X. That shit is entertaining as fuck. Atreus can spit barbs with the best of them. That being said, if he means on the internet as well, nah, fuck that. That's gay as shit. I don't take a damn thing anyone says online seriously. Like not damn, with one exception, and that's but we won't talk about that. I don't know. The point is, people
Quick,
talk.
somebody have a bad take about Resident Evil.
I mean, I'll shit. Wait, what? I don't know what that means in the context of what.
No, never mind. I don't remember what you said anymore. Go ahead.
Wait, Trey's saying that if people say threatening shit, take it seriously. In real life, I agree, because that gives you everything you need in terms of justification to the police, the legal system, stuff like that. However, on the internet, everyone talks shit. Everyone talks shit, and it's not fucking real. 90% of these dumb motherfuckers wouldn't say this shit in real life. Like I don't know about you. There is nothing I say on X. I promise you, there's not a goddamn thing I say on X that I would not say to your fucking face, that I would not say in real life. And when me and Abubakar Salim, or Abu Bakar, however you say his fucking name, mad respect though, when he and I had our back and forth on X, I said the same thing. He's like, the way you and your ilk and whatnot talk, you would never say in real life. I was like, I can't speak about anyone else. Maybe these people wouldn't say, but I would, 100%. Because I got nothing to lose, right? Like, you're not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. I talk ridiculous. And I'll be real. I've got my ass beat in real life multiple times for saying shouldn't be saying it popping out of the mouth. Like, full disclosure, I've said some shit to people at bars I shouldn't have said and got my fucking ass beat.
Have you ever gotten popped for saying nigga?
No, never. Not once. But anyway, point is, people on the internet talk shit behind anonymity. So yeah, I disagree with the idea of needing to ever worry about what people are saying online. But Trace is incredibly correct about that stuff if it's real life. That was the point I was getting at.
That's how I feel about it. Motherfuckers be saying dumb shit like, oh, you think I'm scared of you? No, I'm not asking you to be scared, motherfucker. I'm asking you to be serious so that I don't feel any remorse when I blow your damn head off. Okay? But anyway, let's get back to Grums. So this is the tweet that Grums originally put out. And this is why he's saying, you can see from the other post, he's saying, did this too. And the reason why he's saying this is because he's trying to,
I mean, I don't know, Hypno. I don't know. I would like to think I've gotten to know you well enough over this last 2.5 years or so that I'd be able to figure it out. And I wouldn't tell anyone. I wouldn't say a goddamn thing. But I'd like to think I can figure it out.
It's a little bit of, I gotta admit, it's a little bit of damage control. And I want to remind you guys, I like Grums. You know what I'm saying? We're not friends. We're more like colleagues, but he's obviously got a much bigger platform than I do.
And this is where Atreus and I differ, mind you. Atreus says I like Grums, you know, he and him get along or whatnot, or at least they don't have beef or whatnot. I don't like Grums. Fuck Grums. Fuck everything Grums stands for. Grums is a fucking loser ass piece of shit. Nah, dude. I think that Grums has done more damage to the sort of shit that, you know, that I care about in terms of like exposing quote unquote wokeness, exposing the agenda, trying to get things back to even keel, back to center, just get ideologies out of shit in general. I think Grums has done more fucking damage to the things that I want to see accomplished than anyone else on quote unquote our side. So yeah, fuck Grums, dude. Fuck Grums.
We've been on a couple of shows together. As a matter of fact, we've been on New Black Street. We had him on New Black Street. And we obviously know the criticism around him. He hasn't finished his game that he's supposed to finish. And I understand all of that. Although, I got to be honest with you, I go to his Twitter for a lot of news. Not that he's like the source of the news, but I know wherever the source is, he's going to have it on his page. So I visit Grums' page quite frequently when I'm looking for context for video game and movie news, especially video game news. And so when I come over here and I see this, I'm like, that's in poor taste. That's in poor taste. Wow. I think it's absolutely positively stupid that Call of Duty would put this in a game. I think it's a massive reach for you.
So it is stupid that Call of Duty would put this in the game 100%. But it's stupid because it is alienating to your main fucking audience. Like, that's what it boils down to. What's stupid is the virtue signal. Trey's just said the quiet part out loud. Grums creates / breaks no original news. Yeah, exactly, Tebow. Exactly. And to be fair, I don't either. I cover shit that other people broke. Exactly like I'm doing right now. But I'm under no delusion or pretend that I'm some breaking news guy or whatnot. No, I wait for other people to cover it, wait for context, wait to see what all the facts are and whatnot, and then talk about it. But yes, you're entirely correct, Tebow.
Just say that because Call of Duty put trans bullets in a game, that calls for a psychotic trans man, whatever the hell he's supposed to be, to go out.
What's up, Cindy?
Are they saying trans are the killers, or, you know, if you become trans, you'll die? I don't understand.
Who's they? What do you mean?
The
when you
bullet
say they?
thing for the game. I feel like there's like two messages you could get with having a trans bullet.
Well, you know, so what Call of Duty was doing was just virtue signaling. They're like, hey, we support our trans community. Here's a bunch of trans, like, DLC and skins and, like, you know, Pride Month homo shit that you can download. And,
Yeah.
like, trans flag bullets was just one of the many things.
Yeah, but I mean, that kind of sends a message. That's not representation. That is almost a threat. Like,
How so? Because I don't think so.
okay,
whatsoever.
so kind of like when you have the military and they take a missile and they write something on it. Usually it's like, hey, fuck the other guy, or, you know, some kind of something. I don't know.
Okay, real quick, just so, yeah, Hypno is saying it was fixed immediately. Tebow is saying the bullet skins were allegedly a glitch, only appeared in one specific weapon skin combo. All right, cool. I was unaware of that. I'll take you guys' word for that one. Sorry, go on. What were you saying, Cindy?
I don't know. No, they pretty much address it feels like that's more of a different kind of message, you know, than what they were aiming for.
Even if it was like legit, then yeah, it is a mixed message. But the idea of Grums saying that Call of Duty caused this because
no. I was just meaning the bullet. I wasn't even referring to Grums. Like, what Grums says is retarded.
Okay, gotcha.
And delete innocent people. I think that's a reach. I think that's a massive reach. You see Hypnotic down here. He says Call of Duty didn't do any of this mental illness going unchecked.
Bro, we got Hypnoception up with this bitch. We got Hypno in chat right now. While fucking Trey is covering the Hypno tweet. Like, goddamn.
Checked and genuinely unhelped. Actually,
We ain't gonna be covering any Hypnos tweets for a while though, since our dumbass friend Kada got him banned for 7 days.
He advocated for, supported is the true problem. Blaming video games for violence will never be it. You know what's funny? What's funny?
Before we say what's funny, like I want to take this back to Looney Tunes. Back in the day, we all fucking remember Looney Tunes, right? Looney Tunes used to be goddamn wild, bro. Looney Tunes used to be wild. They used to have fucking characters shooting each other and drinking alcohol and all sorts of crazy shit. And then the fucking cartoon authorities came down and they're like, "Nope, you can't be having Bugs Bunny drinking alcohol because that's gonna make kids want to do it." Yo, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. You want to know the shit that when I was watching cartoons growing up that I tried to do? Impossible, not real shit. You know, like do Kamehamehas or go Super Saiyan or whatnot. Like,
you mean to tell me you didn't try to drop an anvil on your siblings?
Oddly enough, I didn't try to drop a goddamn anvil on my siblings. Now, there are folks that are fucking whacked in the head that would like there was this one instance, you know, the Slender Man killings, right? Or stabbings. It wasn't a killing, but the Slender Man stabbing, where these two girls got like obsessed with the Slender Man creepypasta, and they lured their third friend out into the woods and stabbed her like 57 times, some shit, as a sacrifice to Slender Man. Like, all right, yeah. That's a rare case because these people are fucking nutso. Okay? If Slender Man didn't exist, they would have found another reason to do that shit. You didn't try walking up to see if you could reach the middle before falling? Oddly enough, I didn't.
Funny is, after Hypnotic said that actually makes me want to defend Grums here, because maybe Grums is right. What Hypnotic said, let me zoom in on this so y'all can get a good little gobble out of what Hypnotic said. Oops, it's too far. Okay, what Hypnotic is saying here is Call of Duty didn't do any of this mental illness going unchecked and genuinely unhelped. What if we introduced the idea that no, Call of Duty did contribute to this, because instead of calling out the Troon's ideology as mental illness, they enabled it by putting Troony bullets in the game, thus enabling their mindset. I don't know. Maybe
I'm gonna disagree with Atreus here. To be fair, he's positing it as a question, not saying he believes this. So I don't know it's really disagreements. But the point is, I'm gonna push back on that question. So again, much like with the Slender Man case, if Call of Duty didn't do this shit, this would have happened anyway, because these people are fucking crazy. Yes, exactly. I was going to say the same thing. Contribute is different than being the reason. Right. So these sorts of loons will always find something to justify or influence them or whatnot. Like being inspired by something you can be inspired by anything. So the idea that creating this sort of content causes XYZ, I think is bullshit. I think that's looking for a scapegoat, not blaming the proper things. Yeah, loons and Troony Tunes. Yeah, absolutely. Like, so you've got, let's use the example of movies, right? Inspired by a true story. You know, if you've got a movie that is inspired by a true story, and 90% of that movie is fucking, you know, made up fiction, and 10% of it is like the real thing that happened. Well, that movie's not a fucking documentary, right? It's not, this is the story. This is real. This is what happened. No, just a real event inspired said movie. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was inspired by Ed Gein. Ed Gein never carved a motherfucker up with a chainsaw. That's literally not true in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, that's, you can't just sit here and say XYZ caused this. Again, you can maybe say contributed to it, but even then, if Call of Duty never had its fucking trans bullshit in the game, this person was whacked in the head. They were gonna find something that would make them break. But that's my thoughts. I don't know what you think, Senny.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Responding to a message.
No worry. Middle Ever Lives is 2A absolute question. Should Troons be allowed to buy firearms? Yes. Yes, they should. This is going to be a controversial take. This is going to be a goddamn controversial take, but I'm going to stick with it. It is again, it's a freedom thing. It is a rights thing. you've got the right to do it. I do not believe in sacrificing freedom for safety. I don't. I don't believe in sacrificing freedom for safety whatsoever. So yeah, truants should be allowed to buy guns. Felons, convicted felons should be allowed to buy guns. After they get out of prison, after they've served, the idea is that you pay a debt to society. Yeah. Like,
I don't know about that last one, but I mean, like, for the most part, I can agree.
Yeah, I like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like I would be a hypocrite if I was to say, I value freedom on XYZ, and then be like, yeah, but in this instance, then no freedom for you. Like, freedom is a universal thing, and I do not believe in sacrificing safety for freedom. Or freedom for safety.
It's more like, I don't know, the last one just makes me uncomfortable, so I don't have a say on it. But hail to the Raiders as well. There's a Mama Akko raid.
Mama Akko raid. Thank you so much, Mama Akko. Truly appreciate you. Thank you. Absolute fucking legend up in this house. But you say it makes you you'll feel uncomfortable in terms of like convicted felon owning a gun and whatnot. So I would posit this to you then. So what's the point of going to prison?
I know that it's like a reforming thing, but I don't know. You just hear so many cases where it just didn't work out, and the benefit of the doubt was far too much for them.
See, well, so yeah, they not just reformation. Hey, I'll hit that super chat in just a minute, Devastator. Thank you. So yeah, there's supposed to be reformation and whatnot, but really, it is a punishment. You're paying a debt. I'm of the belief that once your debt to society is hypothetically paid, you should go back to having all the freedoms that were afforded to you before. So convicted felons should be allowed to vote, should be allowed to buy guns, XYZ, because you had your rights and your freedoms stripped away during your punishment period. Once that is over, you still don't have certain rights. Like, to me, that mentality doesn't sit well with me.
I don't know.
And yes, I mean,
that's
I
like
agree
saying, for
Go
me,
for it.
that's like saying, okay, so if this dude went to jail for CP, all right, and had all his stuff and stripped away, he did his time, whatever, but he's still allowed to live next to an elementary school because he served his time.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the rules are in regards to where they aren't allowed to live, but like, for example,
Not near children.
But that's not true, because you can move into a neighborhood. You just have to inform the neighbors that you just have to inform the neighbors that you're. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works, right?
Point being is that I feel like that is not something I would want. Just because he spent time in jail does not mean that he should have the right to be next to a school.
Well, so that's technically a little bit of a different question, because children are not afforded the same rights as adults.
You're right, but the adult
hold
is.
on. Let me fucking finish. If you asked me a question, so let me answer. So your rights end where other people's rights begin, and due to children having certain safety rules around them and whatnot, it is a violation of their rights to be around those types of individuals.
What I mean is that you're saying that it shouldn't be the same for them, even, you know what I mean? You're making an exception. You're making an exception to what you just said. Like,
but
if you serve the time,
saying, oh god.
If you serve the time, then you should get all your rights back, whatever. But I'm saying that there are instances where I don't believe that's true.
Well, to be fair, since we're doing hypotheticals, in my opinion, if you are convicted for any sort of CP or whatnot, there'd be no getting out. We put you to death. So that would be a non-issue.
I mean, that would be in an ideal world where you'd have a wood chipper involved.
So is my example of, I believe you should get your voting rights and gun rights back after prison. That's also in my ideal world. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're using your ideal world, I'll use mine as well. My ideal world is, if you were convicted of anything to do with children, put them to death. They don't get life in prison where they just can leech off the tax dollars and whatnot for all these years until they eventually die. No, you put them to death. We wrap this shit up before lunch.
Fair
and
enough.
that is true. Bobby Blankenship also makes a good point. Living next to a school isn't a right. So we're not even really taking anything away. Like, that's another really good point. Living next to a school isn't a right. But back to Grum's, back to Trey's video about Grums. Actually, real quick before we do, Devastator with a 10-banger said, "This is a raid. It is a raid, son. It is a raid. Thank you so much, homie. Absolutely appreciated. You know what? In celebration, or should I say degradation of Kata getting Hypno banned from X, we're gonna play our Kata clip.
Y'all can clip me all you want. I think Alyssa Mercante has a nice ass, but I guarantee you she doesn't shave her armpits. So I'm good.
Thank you so much, Devastator. Truly appreciate it. All y'all's following Devastator's lead.
Grums has a point. Damn, Hypno, I ain't think you. Damn, you don't want. I ain't saying you won the argument. Grums replied to him and said, mainstreaming trans ideology to kids is the problem. Fair enough. Hypno says, well, yes, that's precisely what I'm saying. They mainstream the Troon ideology. I keep messing it up, guys. Through all forms of media, gaming, least of them.
Wait, do people say Troon as a way to avoid saying trans for like censorship reasons?
Or is it not quite a slur, but like an insult?
That's how I always use it. I was like, oh, Troon is is a slur or an insult for trans people. So let's say if Troon is being used as a censorship tactic, then fuck that. If Troon's being used as an insult, okay, all right. Player One Enjoyer says no, it's a slur. Showgale says it's a slur. All right, perfect. All right, cool. I was like, because I ain't about to be out here censoring and shit. I've always been saying Troon is a slur. All right. Just want to make sure tranny gets me censorized. Yeah, dude, tranny is my personal favorite. I love saying tranny is just fucking fun to say.
But it's still there. They've been mainstreaming Troony ideology through TV shows, and so I think Hypnotic just, he's like, nah, bro, don't start blaming games. I think that's the point he's taking. Grums is being Jack Thompson. Please, Grums, don't go that route. Somebody said spot on. Didn't it get scientifically proven that games don't cause people to be more violent beyond rage quitting? I mean,
yeah, multiple times, mind you. There have been multiple studies about whether or not video games cause violence, and every single time the study is done, the answer is no.
I've been playing Mech Warriors since before I was 13, as well as every other violent game, like an old God of War games and so on. Never responded violence in real life. Well, I can't say that. I've been in plenty of fights, you know what I'm saying, growing up. But that's the problem. That's the problem that I have.
Hypno says my tweet was too hard for him to read. Rip. Well, then I will do you justice. I will go back. I'll read it properly. Give me 1 sec. Let me go back. Where'd it go? Where's the second tweet? That's the first one.
All forms of media.
Right. Yes, that's precisely what I'm saying. They mainstream the trans ideology through all forms of media, gaming, least of them all is, and he's got cut off. I think it is still there. They've been mainstreaming trans ideology through TV shows and movies for many years now. Even commercials have. Oh, God damn it. He didn't click show more. Either way, I get what Hypno is saying. And yes, but how you going to read a tweet that says show more and not click the goddamn show more button? Fucking damn it, Atreus.
Gaming, least of them all, but it's still there. They've been mainstreaming Troony ideology through TV shows. And so I think Hypnotic just, he's like, nah, bro, don't start blaming games. I think that's the point he's taking. Grums is being Jack Thompson. Please, Grums, don't go that route.
He's black.
Somebody said spot on. Didn't it get scientifically proven that games don't cause people to be more violent?
Should I go find Hypnotic's actual post?
I've been in plenty of fights, you know what I'm saying, growing up.
No, I mean, you pulled up. I think it's relevant.
That's the problem. Okay. That's the problem that I have with his tweet. His tweet creates a contradiction because gaming in games, right? And let me get over here towards y'all. Make sure y'all can see me. In games, for quite some time, we've always defended games and said, hey, yo, like video.
What the fuck? Why we got a Treyception right now? And yo, you fucking legend. You click it. You click it.
I was trying to help.
No, I appreciate that. Devastator with them 20 vital idol memberships. Oh, and on the last day, I'll probably be streaming before the end of the month as well. So, like, coming in clutch, son. Devastator. What are we gonna do for you? You know what? We're gonna give you 2 clips for one. We're gonna give you the one that always gets the stream demonetized, so you more than made up for it. And we'll give you another one afterwards. So first of all, this is for you. Bingo, bango, bongo, thank you. And here's the double up because you did such a massive bang.
I know now that it could never work between us. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
Thank you so much, Devastator. You absolute fucking maverick. All right, let's go. Let's keep going with the Atreus Inception here.
Games do not cause violent, activities. We've been saying that. We've been screaming that from the mountain for years. We can't just now all of a sudden, because the Troonies are involved, say, yeah, this game caused the Troonie. No. You can't do that. You can't do that, because now we look crazy. Because now, if you're the conservative,
Atreus is entirely correct here. Atreus is entirely correct. Like, at the end of the day, in my opinion, moral and philosophical consistency need to be tantamount. Like we see these fucking Looney Tunes on the left always changing the rules, always changing their ideology, always changing their opinions on XYZ to fit their argument. Like, if you've been saying video games don't cause violence from the get-go, unless you were presented with actual data to show otherwise, then you need to like stick to that. Oh shit, that hits tier 2. Thank you for pointing that out. Dax hits tier 2. You absolute legends. Well, by next Neon Leon, I will see Toxic Avenger and have a review for you guys. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, we need to stay consistent in our views and our beliefs, and that again, unless new data is presented. Unless new data is presented that causes a change in opinion, you cannot be switching and swapping your moral guidelines just to fit an argument or a narrative.
Far right, now you coming and saying, well, wait a minute now. Y'all been telling us for years that games don't make people more violent. Now you're telling me that it does? Well, we need to take a second look into this. Don't do that. Don't do that. I genuinely don't believe that, a game caused this. I do believe the overarching umbrella of enabling the Troonie ideology is what caused this. Me personally, because especially if you're a white male in this country, I mean, like, we talk shit about Atlanta all the time, and Atlanta's a black city, but it's a lot of these Troonie white dudes out here. And I think that comes from the fact that they live in a society where they're being told that they ain't shit just for being a white guy. Now, granted, if you're a black male, you've been told you ain't being shit neither, but by your own people, not by the entire country.
So that's an interesting point. I've heard a lot of people bring this up, and I would like to get your thoughts on this, Cindy. So, like, a lot of these white folk, the question I've been hearing lately is that how many of them actually believe they're trans, or how many of them are they're either faking it because they think that's how they get ahead, versus how many are just fucked up in the head. What do you think is more common?
Aren't they the same?
No. So, like, imagine so let's say you got me, totally normal. Well, maybe not totally normal. But
So faking it, or just
faking
mental
it
illness.
to get ahead because the world, is being very nice to these troons right now, or are actually fucked up in the head and they're easily impressionable and shit like that.
I think the number has gone down significantly, but probably about 40% faking it now.
40% faking it, as in like to get attention versus
to get attention versus actually being, and then the other ones just have mental illness.
Now, why do you think so many of it are? Why do you think so much of it's white people as opposed to fucking black people?
I have no idea.
It's right. I don't fucking know either. Why? Like, because, like, dude, black dudes can get like shit on their entire, like, Dave Chappelle has a whole ass special about this, right? Black dudes can get shit on their entire life, Yet, like, black people have black males are like the lowest suicide rate of any of the ethnicities, any of the fucking races. Like, black dudes could have it so goddamn bad, yet they don't fucking kill themselves. White dudes either cut their cocks off or kill themselves or whatever. Why?
I guess it's like why more black people are into feet preference.
Is that really a thing?
No, that's what you told me. Because you said you had Kata and Mugen Lord.
I was just making an assumption because of Kata and Mugen Lord. I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying my theory is that foot fetishes are more common among black people because I know 2 black dudes who have foot fetishes. Like, I don't know if that's actually true. That's just my theory.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I am familiar with RuPaul, but drag and trans aren't the same. RuPaul isn't trans; he just does drag.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I don't know what I was going to say. I'll be honest.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say let's keep going. I mean, I think Leon's theory might hold water. Yeah, right. You know, I was gonna say let's finish the Trace's video and then we'll bring on those who donated.
So if you're a white guy, why would you want to be a white guy at this point? Especially if you're a white guy that don't look like shit. If you're a Chad, you lit. You got the world is your oyster. Everybody talking bad about you behind your back, but when they in your face, they want to blow you. But if you look anything less than Chad, man, you cooked. You cooked because they're gonna blame you for everything. All the good looking white guys, they don't get blamed for nothing. But if you regular or worse, geez, good luck. Yeah, I probably would come a true my damn self. I'm just playing, Griff. I'm just playing. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. As always, may the Griff be with you. I'll talk to you.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Ray. It's raised some pretty interesting points there. I forgot. I just closed out that video. I gotta link it down below so people can hold on a sec. Come on, I can't be doing that. I can't be sitting there trying to like share Hypno's videos and all these other videos and then not share Trace's. Okay. Just link that video in the chat. You guys give it a like. If for whatever reason you're not subbed to Atreus, give my boy a sub. He's mostly great. Seabrew, member for 9 months. My neighbor, who was a white dude, literally told me his group of friends pushed him into being trans. It was sad because that pushed him to Minecraft. I assume you mean it pushed him to suicide, which is saying pushed him to Minecraft. I kind of hope you're being literal. It pushed him to playing Minecraft. Like, man, motherfucker used to play cool shit like Resident Evil and like fucking Halo 2. But ever since he cut his cock off, he's playing fucking Minecraft now. Like, I'm choosing to believe that one. All right. We're at that 2-hour mark. I'm gonna donate. I ain't donating fucking shit. For those of you that did donate, Piranha Powder, if you're still here, Kalika Gamer, Jake Martin, Seabrew, Dax, you're getting one anyway, Krovax, Jerry D. Sills, Melissa Lord, Hypno, UF Omega, Niat, although hopefully you're in bed, and Devastator. For those of you, if you want to come on, I will send you the link. We'll do the last hour as a round table. I've got some stuff pulled up that I want to go over with a crew, go over with a panel. So let me know in the chat. I will start sending those out now. Give me one moment. In the meantime, I'm sending these out. If you could entertain the audience, read some chat to something, please, Cindy.
Yeah, I could do that. Let's see. White guys need to stand up for themselves. Stop being pussies. 100% agree. Be masculine again, guys. I understand some of you are femboys, but be masculine again.
Start beating the black off black dudes again.
Yeah, there you go. You could be a femboy and do that. Let's see. I cut off my dick. Now I can't stop playing Fortnite.
Dude, maybe Cassie really was a dude to begin with, and that's why Cassie's a Fortnite fan.
Oh my goodness. Conspiracies abound.
That. she won't like that. Cassie probably could beat my ass, to be fair. Cassie probably literally could beat my ass. Paul, my man, tell people who you are, what you do, the whole nine.
What's you're gonna have to keep me on a tight leash tonight, bro. Just because like I had the flu, so, and I took some cough meds. So I'm tripping balls actually.
Excellent.
I am Leon's IRL best friend. We hang out a couple times a month. and I'm always in his chats cheering on my boy. You know.
You love to see it. Seabrew, send me a message on Discord, please, so I can send you the link. I don't recall. Hey, because I'm not sure how to reach out to you, but you're welcome to come on since you donated. Krovax, how you doing? Tell people who you are and what you do.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is
Your
Krovax.
mic is way too soft.
Oh.
Oh, I got Seabrew.
Okay. So, name's Krovax. As a little bit of a small-time content creator, taking a little bit of a hiatus to try to get IRL things in order. Hopefully, get to making some content of my own in the near future.
Bingo, bango, bong. You love to see it. Daxie, best man in the whole damn land. How you doing, brother?
Hey, everybody. So nice to see you on this lovely Friday evening, about to be Saturday morning for us here in California, IA. For the rest of y'all, thanks for getting us to tier 2. And keep on vibing and sliding. Let's get it, yo.
You'll love to see it. And then Clique Gamers here. Subaru will be coming in. And I think that will be the last one before we get into the lighter topics of what's going on and just, sharing and having conversation.
Oh, good. Palate cleansing after the eons of Trooney shooter talk. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm all good for that.
I was hoping I'd get to listen to and comment on some dark shit,
I mean, if you got anything to say to round that out, but in your intro, yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Bringing the rain cloud right back. Thanks, Kalika. We appreciate it.
You're welcome, Dad.
Kalika, go for it. Yeah, tell the people who you are, what you do, any final thoughts you got, things like
that. So because my video was taken, I'm Kalika Gamer. You can reach me, obviously, at my channel name. But, I've had to put my video on hold because I decided to just release it as a 2-for-1. And, Melanie Mack filed a fucking DMCA claim on my channel.
Are you serious?
No way.
What?
I said,
wow.
I put a clip on there and I said, I think something around the lines of, I said, I'm fine listening to your opinions unless you're this dumbass. And then it was like a 2-second clip of her.
That's
oh my
amazing.
God.
I did a whole ass video shitting on her and nothing happened. That's
pettiness. I cannot believe that. Melanie, what the fuck are you doing? Our man has 12 subs. Come on. Goddamn.
Taking him right down. What the fuck?
Speaking of which, sub to Kalika, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So to start things off, I don't know if y'all saw this or not, but guys, Boogie2988 got the Sonic 2 medallion.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we're expected to hear the news of his pending demise within the next 2 weeks.
But no, that's the thing. What do you mean his pending demise? Boogie is he is one of the OG lol cows. How can his life get any worse?
Okay, never.
I mean,
ask
he did drink piss the other week, so there was that.
Jesus Christ.
He didn't want to pick up any more trash. Oh, sorry, Crow. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, never ever ask how it can get worse, because I guarantee you, God hears that and takes it as a personal challenge.
Yeah.
Go for it.
It's just like, fucking bet. Okay.
Yeah.
I could never. Again, once that documentary dropped, did anybody watch Boogie in the olden days before he was a lol cow?
No, I only knew him through osmosis. Only when EFAP started covering him did I actually understand the depths of his depravity.
He used to be normal. I used to follow him back when he was battling it out with Anita Sarkeesian like a decade ago.
Well, battling out is a little bit of an exaggeration. It's more of a case of he was dragged into it. You just happened to share a panel with her, and Anita was Anita, and he just happened to be the target of that particular instance. However, in typical Boogie fashion, he pussied out.
I remember he was last time I watched him was when he was trying to lose weight. And this was long before he got divorced. And that was I don't know how long ago.
And then he does shit He's paying all these girls for sex. He has that documentary come out that took the fucking world by storm. He he recently, was faking cancer. Like, why would you risk this, dude?
That's
In
insane.
what goddamn world would you risk it with the Sanchu medallion?
Because
He
I
needs the
don't know.
cancer to be real.
You make enough money early enough in your life, you think you're fucking untouchable.
He's broke.
I mean, I know he's broke now, but I'm saying that's the reason is because he fucking just blew all his wads over and over again and all this frivolous shit. And now that he's acted like a dumbass for the better part of a decade, it's all leaving, and he has to, prostrate himself and get hit with fucking water balloons and all this dumb bullshit. When it's like, dude, you could have just sat on that and invested it, or like it's just utter self-destruction on the most public of spaces, and I'm all for it because fuck this guy.
Don't know Hebrew.
Who's more of a loser? Would you say Boogie or what's the fuck DSP?
Oh, Boogie, easy. DSP has never had to drink piss, as far as I know.
No, but DSP fucking was jerking off on his live stream. Not
That's true.
So, I mean,
That's true.
But did DSP ever fake cancer?
That's exactly like Boogie's just next level. He's his own tier.
That's the line. Fake cancer. Jesus.
And I think that's probably why he's got the medallion. He needs it to be real this time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just the reason I bring this up, give it a couple months, maybe if not even that long. Pretty sure you're gonna be seeing a lot of YouTubers, myself included, covering some Boogie shit. I got a fucking feeling.
This was posted today. Oh yeah, I just saw the date.
Well, I saw the post today. I think it was posted today. We were looking at August 29th at 6:38 p.m. So like while we were on with Niat, he posted this.
What does he pull in for like subs still, or is like that shit all gone?
Let's check out his channel. I'm not sure. Hold on one sec.
Is he still part of that LOLCal show?
No, he got fired from LOLCal Live, I'm pretty sure. 2988. All right, let's see. All right, so he's sitting at 3.9 million subscribers. Let's see how his actual videos do.
We should all be so encumbered.
All right. 9 days ago, 6.5 thousand views. 13,000 views, 7.3 thousand. Bro, he's pulling in my numbers.
It's not worth it to drink your own piss then.
With 3.
I actually legit thought it would be more. Wow. I mean,
I did too.
I guess you can only fake so much cancer and still get like a good amount of watchers, but
I still find it. No, I'm sorry, there, Dex. Go ahead.
No, I was done. Go ahead.
I just find it funny that in his most recent post, it looks like he loses a lot of weight, but he still has the gumdrop head pick for a lot of his thumbnails.
Gumdrop head. Maybe he just thinks that's
What's Cloud doing making videos about Magic the Gathering? Nah, fuck out of here, son.
You could beat Boogie in Magic the Gathering, right, Leon?
Absolutely.
I would hope so.
Oh yeah. Get his ass, Leon.
His child bride is.
Paul's seen my decks. He knows I can.
Get him a body bag, bro.
Yeah, Paul's seen all of Leon's decks.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna need you to calm the fuck down.
What did I say? What are you talking about?
So,
Right,
what's this pink deck you got here?
So I haven't watched this yet. So breaking new UK bank transfer rules explained. So I saw there was a lot of people upset. Yeah, reports the British government are looking to delay, scrutinize, and potentially withhold payments over £800, kind of like Boogie's wage, even if you're paying a friend or family member. These people want absolute control. So it's only a minute long, but let's take a look at this and see what's going down in the UK, as if we didn't need further reason to shit on these plans.
Already gives me a headache.
Starmer confirms a huge change is coming for every bank user in the UK. From October 1st, 2025, any transfer over £800 between individuals will no longer happen instantly. Instead, your money will be frozen for 24 hours. Yes, even if you're sending funds to family or close friends, it will be held back by the bank. During that 24-hour delay, a powerful monitoring system built by banks and HMRC will scan your transfer using advanced AI. It will check the source of your money, who it's going to, and why you're sending it. Officials insist this is about protecting people from scams and hidden transactions. But here's the catch. If anything looks unusual, your bank can demand proof like invoices, contracts, or receipts. Fail to respond in time, and the transfer could be cancelled with details reported to tax authorities. And it doesn't stop there. Experts warn this could create serious delays for people who rely on quick.
Now,
Yes,
I'll let you guys give your thoughts on that because I've got a very interesting conspiracy theory about this. So yeah, anyone that wants to jump in, go for it. Try and talk over each other, and we'll get into it.
Like, if you put your money into a bank, they should not be able to tell you where you can spend it. You know, like, it's your money. They're just holding it for you.
I can just see Orwell looking at his book and then looking at the UK like, this wasn't a fucking checklist, you idiots.
The prophecy must be fulfilled.
Yeah. The only thing I'm gonna say is one step towards the one world government, I guess.
Just fuck if you're an emergency, right? Like
That's what it is. One step towards the one world government. Like literally, this whole thing is a coordinated plan of censorship and repression. It's literally 1984 all over again.
All right, guys. I got a solution. We'll get Hugo Weaving. We'll put him in a Guy Fawkes mask. Give him a couple of knives and like some chest armor and a big old secret lab, creepy basement, and he'll take care of it.
You'd show him.
Bingo, bango, bongo. We got
Well, real quick, you guys mentioned some one world government shit. Good. You're already on the conspiratorial page. Now, I was going to do a video on this, but I was waiting for more information to come out. And then that happened. So, European banks hit by rogue PayPal payments worth billions. Basically, what happened, and this is only from a couple of days ago, 3 days ago, right? What happened was PayPal's scam detection system somehow went down, and while it was down, millions and billions of dollars in scam payments went through. Now, look who's reporting on this.
The big black cock.
Yeah, the big black cock. And here we are 3 days later, and this ruling, this new information about how the banks operate is changing. I'm wondering, because we've seen with the collective shout stuff, that the payment processors basically control, they have even higher levels of control than any of these first world governments. Was this maybe an intentional lapse in security with these scams actually being fake scams put on like by the government and whatnot, so that this call for like, oh, we need to protect your money from scams like these can now be accepted by the people?
I could see that. I totally could. Like, you know, how the timing just happens to happen at the right fucking time. You know, like, hey, we have these thousands of scams pushed off to the side. When this happens, let this happen. So now we can be fake outraged, and now we can be like, we need protection. The whole thing's about protection, and it's weird that.
Well, no, it's about control under the guise of protection. But go on.
You know what I mean? But like, it just happens all at the same fucking time. Like, we're not fucking dumb, people.
Yeah.
Like, come the fuck on.
I actually have a theory on this, and I might be wrong in general, but like the richest people in the UK are the Rothschild family. I think they basically told PayPal to shut down the service so they could bring in a shit ton of money.
You mean for?
I mean, that's basically what I said without naming the Rothschilds, but like, yeah, the point is this was by design by these individuals. Absolutely.
Well, then they tipped their hand like super quickly.
Well, the reason they did that, the reason they would tip their hands super quickly is because you need to get the wheels turning as fast as possible. I mean, let's be real. Did any of you guys hear about this?
No.
And that's my point. So it seems like they spun their wheels quickly because this story went largely unnoticed. The reason I didn't cover this was because this article is so short. It looks longer because I'm zoomed in. So hold on. So let me zoom out. So the normal size of the article is just this. Like these aren't even full paragraphs. Look, if I zoom it out from
page?
headline to end, this is an incredibly short article. But this is about a multi-billion-dollar fraud scheme, and this is all the information we got.
It's an AI
I didn't
slide.
cover it because there wasn't enough here to figure out what was going on. You guys didn't hear about it. No one heard about it. And yet 3 days later, we see this.
To be fair, a lot of American media doesn't cover what goes on in the UK. Granted, there's all kinds of tinfoil conspiracies on why, but
Well,
this
no,
is
but
just
this
one
wasn't
more.
just in the UK. It just happens to be a UK. Because PayPal is global. PayPal's global fraud systems were down.
True, but it's the European banks, and mostly in the UK, that are instituting these changes. So, slight devil's advocate, I do agree this is something that does require global attention. But as I said, it's par for the course as far as American news outlets are concerned.
Well, I mean, I shared an article with Leon about how like Japan won't ship packages to America over $100, and now I just saw yesterday too that like trades are breaking down with Japan even more. You know, like that shit's getting crazy, but no one knows about it. The reason I found it is
Hey, thanks for the sub, Sarah. Sorry, go on.
Hey, welcome, buddy.
I follow a random website that like wants American tourists, and their whole thing was, hey, if you buy too much in like over here, it's going to cost you a lot more. But they don't even know the ramifications of what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like this shit's crazy. Like it feels like it's a attack on the whole infrastructure of the world right now.
I mean,
well, real quick, I want to clarify for this. So Bobby says no scam payments went through in America, just the UK. So the payments to the scammers, it wasn't just the UK. It was all over Europe. Nothing I have found, and I'm not saying it hasn't been put out there. I might just not have been able to find it. Nothing I have found shows where the scam payments went to. So all the people that were paying for these scams, not knowing it was scams, basically a bunch of people got text messages, alerts, whatnot, from fake PayPal accounts saying XYZ fucked up. You need to pay us insert amount here, and so many people fell for it because they thought it was real. And all the money went through PayPal into these fraudsters' bank accounts. From what I've been able to find so far, well, the lack of being able to find it, no one knows where the fraud went to, whether it be India, Pakistan, Iran, America, other places in Europe. But yeah, the only people that were defrauded were Europeans.
Dude, Scammer Payback's going to have some good shit coming up then. Do you guys know Scammer Payback?
India's revenge.
I'm curious what Paul, so Paul is far less conspiracy minded than I am. That's one of the reasons we're best friends. We balance each other out. Perfect. Brought Out is here. Excellent. Someone added the area. There we go. So Paul is far less conspiracy minded than I am. So I'm curious what you think of my theory about this being instituted, this being a setup.
No, it makes a lot of sense for sure. I mean, the fact that all this shit is sitting at the same time is it's definitely strings are being pulled on a global scale, and it's fucked up.
Well, like
Damn,
as
I'm
Leon said too.
surprised that was the conclusion you came to. Fair enough. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, as you said too, is like they have to do it very quickly so we don't notice it. You know what I mean? So that it gets overrun by other topics. You know what I mean?
Skate quickly over thin ice.
Yeah,
exactly. Go as fast as possible to steal as much as you can. Like
snatch and run, yo.
I have 2 points to make on this. So, back to when you were bringing up Japan earlier, Japan's having a serious issue right now with the Chinese government buying up property and land.
Well, and like U.S. people too, like they're trying to block
I'm
out.
aware.
You know, I've been like one of the things I want to do is move to Japan because you could buy basically a $400,000 house in America for like $8,500 or something. Like there's a lot of property because they value not the house, but the land it's on. So if you have a bomb ass house, but it's in nowhere, it's worth nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, go ahead.
Well, what do you mean it's worth nothing? Because I mean, it's obviously worth something because it's an asset.
No,
because
I think it just means comparatively to what it would cost you in the U.S. Like,
Yeah, the house isn't worth nothing. The land is what's worth. And if you're in a little shitty fucking town out nowhere that might look brilliant, and the house is immaculate, you can look it up right now. Like, there's a whole like movement of buy rundown houses and flip them in Japan and turn them into whatever.
Yeah, because
But-
you can buy them for pennies on the dollar, basically.
Yeah.
Right, but then they gain more value after they're flipped after you fix them up, whatnot, because
No, they're not,
assets.
because where they're at's not getting better. You know what I mean? It's
But
so
that
Japan
doesn't matter. If
than
you on paper have a more valuable product, you now have a greater net worth. The net worth is what matters.
you're thinking in American terms, not Japanese terms.
Yeah,
The
Japan
value
doesn't
of
deal
the
in equity.
land.
Japan doesn't matter. Japan, America, the USD is the global dollar. It's the global hegemony. So Japan dollar doesn't fucking matter. Like,
Japan matters when we're in the context of talking about Japan, does it not? Like, I
That's
get
exactly
you're
what
all
I'm saying.
America.
Yeah,
I get you're all like, I get that you're all America first and shit,
but
but
we're
like, how
still
is it?
talking in the context?
You
of the
could buy
US
a
dollar.
$400,000 house for 20 grand in Japan if like they want to sell it.
Right. And on paper in America, which again, the USD is the global hegemony, you will have a greater net worth.
True. I mean, for me,
that's
it would
what
be a
I'm
net
saying.
worth.
Is
too.
that really Saber's point about the net worth? Like, I just think he's talking about like the conversion rate and like how Japan values different things. I don't know that he's talking
Right.
about the net worth.
No, you're right, Dax. That's what I'm talking about. Like, what we value as a net worth is different from what they value as a
Yeah,
net worth.
but again, why does that even? What does that correlate to anything? If again, Japan is a non-factor in the global economy.
Well, we're not.
It's a factor in its own economy, and he's talking about moving to Japan. How is this so hard for you to grasp?
Yeah, if I could pay $2,000 a month for a place over here, or go over there and buy a house for 20 grand, and it's 10 times better than what I got. It's just a little further, but it's like literally a 5-minute walk from a bullet train that takes me where I need to go. Like, it works for me, and I've saved a lot of money.
I
That's
mean,
what I'm
Okay,
just trying to-
yeah, right. But what was being talked about earlier was Japan is now refusing to ship anything or sell goods or services that have more than a $100 US dollar value worth to the US. So what is your statement?
I apologize.
have to
I
relate to
apologize for that.
whatsoever.
So, like, they're also trying to push out people like, Americans from buying houses over there because they're destroying their economy, which puts it back to why they're stopping packages, and because of the tariffs are really fucked up right now. And then they also had their trade minister basically cancel the U.S. talks with them about fixing the tariffs because whatever. I apologize, but I'm just saying.
You're good, man.
I'm not saying your information is incorrect. What I'm saying is I don't see how that's relevant to the conversation we were having. I'm trying to understand why that was relevant.
I'm just trying to see the big picture, and I'm only getting pieces at a time, and I'm trying to share the pieces with people. You know what I mean?
Like, my thing was that basically that on one hand you have companies like you have other ones like buying up land in Japan, and that's how it correlated with like Japan's block on like payments.
Well, I think it's like
the Chinese
internal
government
sanctions.
basically.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're just on the edge of their sanctions because like America.
Well, we can be
Japan-
on the edge of the sanctions all they want. Again, we're the global hegemony. They can try and sanction whatever. It really doesn't fucking matter to us. Like, again, aside from people wanting to special order items from Japan, how often do you go to Walmart and buy a pack of scissors and it says made in Japan on them and not made in China? I won't lie. I think Japan putting, any sort of restrictions or whatnot on things that we could purchase from overseas doesn't really fucking matter. Japanese things were already incredibly overpriced to begin with. Like to buy, let's take something simple as an anime DVD. You know, the entire series of Erased, which is 12 episodes, cost $130 on Blu-ray, and that's before being shipped from Japan. So I mean, yeah, that's Japan stuff was always incredibly pricey. So them just making this new arbitrary rule doesn't change much. We don't get anything from them that aren't specialty items.
Yeah, but now your 130 disc is 260. Like it does hurt us, you know what I mean?
It doesn't hurt us because most people weren't going to pay 130 to begin with. That's why people, you know, go.
Well, sucks for the people that do, I guess.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree. Fuck the people that do. I'm gonna be real.
I said it sucks for the people that do, not fuck them.
I mean,
if you want to buy,
okay, well, I'll say fuck them.
If
Yeah, if you were willing to pay
from just buying shit from Japan, fuck them. Like, what is that?
Okay, Leon, you said you want to go to
If you were
Japan.
willing to pay $130 for a fucking DVD set that's got 12 episodes on it, yeah, fuck you, because you're only showing these corporations that them setting that value. And people will buy it. That's worth it.
Says the guy that simps for Nintendo.
Right, exactly.
When's the last thing I bought from Nintendo?
But you can.
I don't even have a Switch 2. What do you mean?
I mean, you defended
Until
them.
Zelda comes out.
Until Zelda comes out.
Okay. Leon,
All
you want
right.
to go? You want to
wait, hold on, real quick. You are a self-proclaimed Nintendo simp. You've said it several times, so that's
in
point.
jest. Again, in jest.
Okay, but Leon,
Humor
you wanna-
has a level of truth to it, Leon. Just saying.
you want to go to Japan, right? You want to buy people gifts in Japan, right? Like you literally want to like just go buy your friends knickknacks. You buy like $500 worth of shit. In the past, you'd be able to send that for no cost. Now you have to break it down per package.
No, you were not ever sending that for no cost because they can't make money.
No, it's called duty free. Like that's what it was. We had a duty free negotiation with them that they could send shit over here without any markup cost. And then now,
okay, no markup cost is different than no cost.
Well, you know what duty free is, right?
No, feel free to explain that to me.
So, like when you go between countries, if you buy something here and take it back, they say you were in Mexico, you bought a bottle of tequila at the corner store, you took that bottle with you on the fucking plane, they would charge you like $1 to take it with you.
Yeah,
because
because you're bringing it with you. When I say no cost, what I mean is if you have to pay them to ship something, there is going to be cost.
there was duty free on that up for the longest time. Japan had like an agreement with us that they could send everything.
I'm sorry, there's no way. I'll have to look that up because I don't believe that.
Unless taxes were involved, like
these companies that ship things wouldn't make any money if that was the case. Therefore, it would be a business that has no way of gaining capital.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, unless there's like a major like company shipping shit, like the import taxes, all that shit, were kind of like waived for Japan because they were our ally, and now they're not our ally, and at least within shipping, we're not going to say they're not our ally. You know what I mean?
There you go. Yeah, Dempsey Claire. Yeah, duty free means the items can be purchased without paying certain taxes or duties. Typically, in international travel context, these purchases are made for specific stocks located in international airports or other travel hubs, and the goods are meant to be taken out of the country. Which that is completely different than what I'm referring to, which again is the purchase and import while in America of things coming from Japan.
Wait, well, two things. How many like different computers and computer parts are like made in Japan and sent here? Like parts for
most
TV?
of that shit's made in China, not Japan.
That's
I
what I
can't give
thought.
you the exact
Like-
number. Almost anything that is imported here is made in China/Taiwan.
Like the
Or
only one I can think
Korea.
of is like Sony.
Or the
Like
Philippines.
Sony.
Well, no,
Because they do make-
not even Sony. No.
Yeah, Sony gets
See,
it from.
this. Hold on. No, not even Sony. Sony is a Japanese company, but their physical products and whatnot are all still made in China.
Or North Korea, or sorry, South
Or North,
Korea.
or what the Koreas, like basically places that they can get these parts and whatnot made and shipped for cheap because that's how they're able to maintain being a successful business. So just because a company is Japanese or American or whatnot does not mean that's where the goods are physically manufactured.
Yeah, Sony has two corporate offices, one in Japan, one in California.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So the other
But they don't
point
produce.
the other question I was gonna ask. So is this whole like I guess like the
Correct.
taxes weren't that high for importing from America from Japan to America? Was that like an apology for us like turning their people into chalk stains basically on walls?
I mean, not really. It was more of a like global homo thing. Like we
Well,
need you guys.
As far as I'm concerned, dropping the sun on them twice was just simply a receipt for Pearl Harbor. So what do you want?
I mean, if you
Oh,
think about
that's
it,
what was being symbolized in Mario 3 when the sun tries to kill you.
I mean, if you think about it, we created Godzilla. Okay, like if anything,
Yeah, Godzilla.
And City's face is priceless throughout this entire conversation.
But to get this back on topic for like an actual discussion, the point is,
how dare you?
Any aspect of the financial aspects of Japan or whatnot, like when, for example, Dax was saying, calling me a Nintendo simp. Well, I'm not saying that these folks can't set their own prices. No, they can absolutely set their own prices. However, don't indulge in purchasing XYZ product if you find that price point to be unfair. I think the idea of $120, for example, for a DVD of the fucking series of Erased is as embarrassing. So fuck people that purchase stuff like that. So when it comes to the point is Japan saying we're not going to ship XYZ if it's over $100, I don't give a fuck. I truly don't.
I mean,
they can make that choice. I think it's a retarded choice, but they can make that choice.
Doesn't affect me personally, so it doesn't matter. Moving on.
Well, saying that, turn around and look at his wall behind him. Look at all that shit.
I mean, I'm assuming you shipped a few of those figures from Japan, or did you hit them up at like cons and shit, Leon? Just as a.
I mean, no, yeah, I bought all this shit. I don't buy things online.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
You see behind me,
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I loathe online shopping. Any item you see me have, I either purchase at a con or at a comic book shop or something like that. And when so you can make the argument that like, oh well, they had to ship before they reached the store, they had to ship to that store. But again, yeah, most of it's shipped from China, not Japan. Like, doesn't matter if this is if Goku is Japanese property. That statue, I could goddamn guarantee it was made in China.
I just love the idea that Leon said, hey, we're going to do some palate cleansers. We're going to do some lighthearted fare. And then he gets into fucking Boogie and like World Economic Forum economic bullshit. I'm over here like, this is your idea of a palate cleanser.
I didn't let that conversation go on that long. I actually had this queued up
awesome.
from Super CC. If you were stuck on a desert island, which 3 PS2 games would you take from this list? I'll open it in a new tab.
Let's see. This should be good.
Full screen that, please.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me know if and when you want me to scroll, because it's quite the list. So.
Okay.
I got to full screen this shit.
So hold on. This is PS2 only, though.
Shit.
Oh shit! I'm not sharing the right. Sorry, I'm not sharing the right screen. Here it is. My bad.
Yeah, that's
There we go. I can only see a gun
right there.
Much better.
Thank you.
Okay. Wait, how many games do I get?
You get 3. So we got to go one at a time, and then we'll all argue and shit. Fair enough. We'll start with Cinny, and we'll move to what would be my right. Maybe I'll go last or whatnot. So Cinny, if you need me to scroll for a bit or whatnot, but we're gonna need to see what 3 games you would pick.
This party's gonna get crazy.
No, it's only going to be crazy because I've only played Resident Evil 2
Hold on.
here.
Again, hold on. I'll need to scroll because again, it's a long list. That's why I said let me know when you're ready for me to scroll.
Okay, so I can just pick the game even if I've never played it.
Yeah,
sure.
It's your
guess.
free game.
Yeah.
My point
Okay,
is, I
okay.
want you to see the whole list. So let me know when you want me to scroll.
It's like one of those
Okay,
things you've been dying to play, never had the chance. Here you go.
Okay, go ahead and scroll.
Bum, bum, ba-da. Bum, bum,
Dun,
ba-da.
dun, dun.
Okay.
I'll be back in just a sec. I'm going to scroll a little bit more. This is the last list. All right. So, and then I'll be back in just a sec.
This is really hard.
Cindy's struggle busing right now, I can tell.
It's the last one.
What Lord of the Rings game is that?
Oh yeah, that one's pretty good.
I would say
the Return of the King game.
Okay.
I don't know many of these. The God of War game.
It's a God of War
Goodness.
game. Let's see. Which God of War is it? Where'd you see it?
It was the top. Got right there.
It's the first one. Just God of War. All right. So God of War.
Well, there's God of
Shadow
War
of
2
Colossus.
on there on the left. too.
Nice.
Oh wait, yeah, the one on the left or the
Colossus.
right. Yeah, God of War 2 is on the left. God of War 3. God of War 1 is on the right. Which
Oh,
one?
okay. I'm gonna say 1.
Okay.
All right.
Shadow of Colossus. And holy crap.
You got this.
I don't know.
Will any friggin' time now, sweetheart?
Oh goodness. You
just
know what?
messing with
I'll say Silent Hill 2.
All right. Good picks. So, all right. Remember you said those. So write them down if need be. Since you're,
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Are you writing it down for?
You making notes or everything, Dex?
I'm gonna post it in the chat so everyone's confused.
All right. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Thank you, Dex.
No, post it in the private chat because that might be hard to find if people keep chatting.
That is also true, but I will do both. How about that?
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Pouty, you get 3 games.
Okay.
How
Yeah,
many
I've been
of
over
y'all-
here making faces while I was thinking.
So, how many of y'all have tried scrolling on the YouTube screen as if you actually had control of the list?
Oh, at least
Yeah.
3 times now.
I was doing that. All right, for my first pick, I'm going Final Fantasy X.
Let's go.
And y'all can feel free to super chat with your picks, by the way, in the audience. Just saying.
Do it.
Battlefront 2, of course. And my third one, I had to think really hard on this one. If we could scroll down just a little bit. It's because the third one, there were so many good ones right here. That's the problem as I got towards the bottom. For my third one, I'm going to have to go with, let me see, I've got RPG, I've got action. Yeah, I'm going to go with San Andreas for my number 3.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
Paul, what about you, brother?
What are we doing?
I love you so much, Paul.
Bro.
You get to pick
Are we talking about like
2 games? Basically, these
3?
From this list, these are your 3
Oh
Desert
shit!
Island
I
PS2
just saw
games.
All
Mario.
right, so Final Fantasy X for sure. The GTA. Is there San Andreas on here or just Vice City?
Oh no, San Andreas,
San Andreas
is
is
right
on
here.
here.
Is on there? Okay, I picked that. And damn.
So far, you're 2 out of Pouty's 3. So
Oh, nice. What's that one in the middle? Blood something?
Where?
Blood Will Tell.
Oh,
It's next to Area 51.
is there God of War?
Yeah, there's 1 and
First,
2.
the first and second are both on here.
Yeah, we'll go with 1, I guess.
Hey,
Man.
you got me and
You-
Pouty.
yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Dax,
Okay.
your turn.
Okay, sweet. Let's see. Obviously, I got to go Jack 3. I know I saw it up.
Yep.
Right
Saw
there.
that coming.
Yeah, I mean, some things are obvious because they're true. Mega Man X8 for sure.
Interesting.
I
Alright.
actually haven't even played that one fully yet, so I'd love to.
Is
Like,
it-
if I had to pick one, I'd pick that one because it's the first one where you can switch between people mid-stage, and like that's a really fucking cool gimmick. Oh God,
Can you zoom in a tiny
man
bit?
man
Nope,
overboard.
this is as zoom as it'll get.
We lost
Unfortunately.
Paul.
Polly, come back. Oh, Demon Carol for a 2-banger.
Yep, I do see so. Demon Carol says Area 51, Battlefront 2, San Andreas, nothing else. You love
Damn.
to see it.
Good
Based.
choices.
I mean, they were good. Yeah.
Solid.
My bad,
Okay,
bro.
so Dex 3,
Go ahead and give you a
X8.
clip real quick. This is for you, Demon Carol. Thank you so much, brother.
All right, could you scroll down a little bit? Or no, yeah. Scroll down a little bit.
Yep, will do. Sorry, I had to switch the things around so we were all in the same order. All right, there we go.
Probably Marvel vs. Capcom 2, just so I have a reliable fighting game to fall back on.
Nice.
I'm assuming. Do I have an internet connection on this island?
Well, this is PS2. You didn't need one.
Oh shit!
He makes a point. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good point,
PS2, you're not getting that thing for an internet connection.
Then I change.
Unless we're doing Final Fantasy 11.
Then I'm changing my answer.
All right, yeah, that's fair. Yep, change your answer. Go for it.
Ratchet and Clank.
Is it just the first one on here? Because I was looking for the others.
It's going to be that or Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I'm
I'll go
only seeing the first Ratchet and Clank on this list. So yeah.
Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. All right.
All righty. Sebrew?
Okay, so as Dax was talking about it, I was thinking about the same thing. Solid Fighter, it's a mix-up between the Marvel one and Tekken 5. I think I'm going to take Tekken 5 because if I'm not certain, they either had volleyball or like a bowling game as a like sub game. So that's always fun to like throw in. Like, let's play some volleyball or some like bowling. That's my first. Metal Gear Solid 2, no one said that. Like, come on.
That's fair, yeah.
I thought it was
I've
3.
never actually played a Metal Gear Solid.
Okay. And then, like, dude, Harry Potter was golden. But my question, go down, please.
Where's
go
Metal
down.
Gear Solid 2 on here? I'm not seeing
Oh,
it.
there it is.
Oh, there it is. Right there. Okay, yeah, I see
Right
it.
next to
All right.
Tekken 5.
It is
Go
a
down a
stealth
little
game,
bit.
Leon.
Go down a little bit more. Is that blue and yellow one? Is that Bully?
It looks like
Blue
it,
and
right?
yellow. Blue and
Down
yellow.
in the left corner.
Next
The
to
Rockstar
Battlefront.
game?
Next to Battlefront.
Oh, yes. Yeah, this is Bully.
So, like,
Finish that one too.
as a child, I liked Bully, but I also like Grand Theft Auto. So, like that's one of those things that, like, if I got to do it for the rest of my life, I think Grand Theft Auto. But I wanted to give a shout out to Bully. You know what I mean?
Which Grand Theft Auto? You got San Andreas and Vice City.
San Andreas.
3 for San
Damn,
Andreas. Let's
everyone
go.
going with San Andreas. To be fair,
It's
San Andreas is a
superior.
better game, but Vice
True.
City does have Billy Idol in it. So
No, I mean, it
That's
does
true.
clap,
Of course,
but,
you're gonna go
like,
with that.
What was your first
no,
one?
I'm not
Sebrew?
going with it. I just keep throwing it, shouting it out. What were you saying, Sebrew?
I was
No,
gonna say the reason why San Andreas beats it is because of what's
Big
his
Smoke.
name? Well, no, Denzel Washington. You know what I mean? Like he was the black cop in San Andreas.
That's
Was he
No,
really?
Samuel-
Denzel
Samuel L.
Washington was-
Jackson.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson. that's
Okay,
it. No.
okay. I was about
He
to say,
played
there's
Tenpenny,
no way
not Denzel.
was it.
Yeah.
Well, if it wasn't, it was just modeled after him. You know what I mean? Like King Kong, don't fucking step on me. I step on King Kong or whatever the fuck that was.
All right, Krovax, all you, brother.
Well, let's see. I got a little bit of a unique list here. Let's see.
right.
However, mine is totally for personal sentimental reasons. First up, Burnout. So me and my buddies, we had all hours of fun just wrecking shit on that game. You got Burnout Revenge near the top of the list. Yeah, second row, second from the right there.
Yeah, there it is. Yep, Burnout Revenge, right there.
Yeah, hours of fun. Even if you don't like racing, just the insurance simulator is like you'll spend hours just racking up a dollar amount on that thing.
True.
Another one, again, sentimental. Time Splitters 2. I can't tell you how many hours my friends and I just sunk into that.
Time
thing.
Splitters, yeah, Time Splitters 2.
That was a great
classic.
game.
Classic.
I would prefer Future Perfect, but I'll settle for 2. And round out the list just simply because it's a great comic nerd video game. X-Men Legends 2.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I was really hoping someone would choose X-Men Legends too.
Yep. So I would have gone with the Marvel vs. Capcom, but yeah, the no internet thing kind of kills that.
Is that the one, the X-Men one, where you can have 4 people play?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly
Oh, that's
Yeah.
like one of the few that I got to play. Okay, yeah, actually.
Well, so I played that on Dreamcast. So like
No, you didn't, because it wasn't on Dreamcast.
I played it. What? I'm pretty sure it was.
The franchise started with the X-Men, then they moved up to Marvel Legends when they just brought in like literally everybody.
It was Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but yeah.
Okay, I think I apologize, but I remember playing X-Men versus whatever on Dreamcast, and that was like
Well, no. X-Men. So X-Men Legends is different. So you're thinking it was you either played X-Men Mutant Academy or Street Fighter versus the X-Men or Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Those were all on Dreamcast.
yeah,
But
Marvel
X-Men
vs.
Legends was
Capcom
PS2.
2, which is on the list, is what.
Right, but that's not the game he was talking about. He was talking about this right here, X-Men Legends 2. And you said I played that on Dreamcast. I was saying no, this game was not.
You're correct. You were
Seaber, what was the first game on your list?
The first game on my list was a
Volleyball?
toss-up between Tekken 5 and wasn't it X-Men versus
But which one?
Capcom?
But which one was it?
What?
Tekken 5 was his first game.
Okay, thank you.
Well, because Tekken 5 is a party game and also a fighter game.
Yeah, no, he was just because he's making.
I just
notes of it.
missed your first pick, man. I'm sorry.
He's recording everything.
Yeah, no.
I record everything.
All right, Kalika, what about you, brother?
Okay, so well, Persona 3 I had a lot of memories of that game.
That's a
and
good
you know, some days you just feel like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Some days
But
get dark.
yeah. Then after that, Forbidden Siren, which was known in the US as Siren, obviously.
Yep, right here. Yep, Forbidden
Yep,
Siren.
it's what got me started at getting heavily invested into like horror video games.
Nice. And your third one?
And the third one, just because I had memories of it, and it runs better than the actual remake, is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Is that on this list?
Yeah, it's. I thought it was near the bottom. Go near the bottom.
Yeah. There's 2. 3's a little ways down.
Oh,
Yeah.
3's on the way down? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to
3's
change mine.
between Prince of Persia and Okami there.
Oh yeah, the green
Oh yeah,
one.
you're right.
Oh, yeah,
you're right.
no.
Oh, yep, Metal Gear Solid 3. All right, there it is. Nice.
I would like to change my answer to Metal Gear Solid 3.
Son of a bitch.
All right. As for me, I'm struggling with my third pick. My first two super easy. Champions Return to Arms and Rule of Rose. Champions Return to Arms is endlessly replayable. It's a D&D game, so you can play it over and over and choose different classes and whatnot. Like Champions Return to Arms, easy pick. Or no, sorry, I'm thinking Baldur's Gate is a D&D game, but Champions Return to Arms, Champions of Norath is basically Baldur's Gate, but not D&D. Point is the same thing. Rule of Rose, I've never played. However, it is an Atlas horror game. So the same people that made Persona. So doing an Atlas horror game, you know for sure this is going to have hours of content to it. Plus, I've never played it. Also, this is incredibly rare, very expensive game. So if I ever get off this desert island, I've got some capital if I need to sell it and get back in the game.
Isn't it like $250?
It's, yeah, and I ran to it in the wild one time, like 10 years ago, for $80. I really thought about buying it, and I didn't, and I'm kicking myself to this fucking day. And then you want longevity in a game. You want a game that, you know, is endlessly replayable, but also has a good amount of girth and meat to it. So as much as I love Resident Evil 4, the PS2 version was the worst of any version anyway. Jak 3.
Oh, wow. Nice. What was your first one, Leon?
Champions Return to Arms.
Gotcha.
Nice. You flicking Dex's
Yeah, I
Toby.
should have put Pac-Man World 2 in mine.
Pac-Man World 2 is very good. So yeah, Champions Return to Arms, Rule of Rose, and Jak 3 for me. Now, before the next question, I want to hit this super chat right here. We got a boy coming in saying, Warriors, come out to play. Thank you so much. Truly appreciated. Let's give you
minus
your clip
clanking beer
and-
bottles.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the beer
Minus
bottles. Yep.
clanking beer bottles.
This is for you, Sly.
I just super love sucking dick. When I haven't for a while, I get needy.
All right, so now that we have everyone's list in the back room, thank you for doing that, Dax. Who's got the worst fucking list here? We're going to start with Kalika, and we'll go over to the left. We'll see who's got the worst fucking
Let's
list.
see.
Yeah, I messed up when recording Kalika's as well. What were your picks?
Okay, so Metal Gear Solid 3, Siren, and Persona 3.
Got it. No, I think your list is base as fuck. I wouldn't say you got the worst one.
No. I'm saying it's, I want to hear who Kalika think has. We're gonna go through see.
Okay,
who
they should
has
all
the
be in.
worst.
They should all be in the private chat. I'll be at spread out.
That's what I'm
Kalika, looking
looking
at
at.
everyone's list. Who do you think has the worst one?
I'm gonna sound like a bit of an ass here, but Paul.
Oh no!
Really? You think Paul's got the worst list? Paul's list for anybody that doesn't. No, that's fair. Paul's list was Final Fantasy X, San Andreas, and God of War.
Yo, fuck
so
you.
the last two, I like those.
Right?
Final Fantasy X. I'm sorry, I can't deal with the laughing scene from
Yeah.
Oh come on!
That's my favorite part. What are you talking
bad
about?
on purpose, bro.
If you're gonna, it's not even bad on purpose.
It is bad on purpose.
100%. No, Paul, it's not. It's a translation thing.
You took 10 years in therapy sessions to realize it was bad on purpose. That's the game's fault.
It was not
I
bad
always
on
thought that was
purpose.
something like Showgirls. It was so bad it turned out to be good, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I'm
yeah,
pretty much
Powder, I
mindset,
like it.
fuck Blitzball.
Yeah.
Oh
Blitzball.
goddamn,
Let's talk
he
about
left. He left. He
Wow.
left.
You really got to him, Kalika. Goddamn. But okay. So one vote for Paulie as the worst list.
Like you just found out wrestling was fake.
But also, if you're gonna shit talk Final Fantasy X, you can do way better than the laughing scene. Like, there's a lot to make fun of in that game.
Yeah, as I said, fuck Blitzball.
Blitzball is really gay.
Oh my God, Blitzball's fine.
I like
Fuck you guys.
Blitzball.
Blitzball's
hate
fine.
that.
Blitzball is not
hard,
fun.
I
though.
love Blitzball.
Blitzball is a pain in the ass. But
To be
You guys
fair,
need to
with like
get
Final
good, noobs.
To be fair with like Final Fantasy X though, they gave you areas that you could just like level up to. That like if you knew the game, like it was a great game. So like Final Fantasy X was as close to Final Fantasy VII and like a checkmark game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait, was I the only one who wanted to learn Al Bhed playing that game?
Oh God, no! I didn't want that at all.
I enjoyed learning that. Sorry.
Yeah, Javok.
All right, Paul. And Cindy, also, you want to make sure you're doing the things.
What things?
I haven't
What's he
seen
talking
Cindy
about?
hitting the chat at all. All right,
sorry.
Paul. Who do you think has the worst list?
Who disparaged me?
Kalika.
Kalika is the worst.
Oh, straight up. So fuck Metal Gear Solid 3,
Yeah,
basically.
his Metal Gear Solid 3, Siren, and Persona 3. To be fair,
Let's
hold on.
say fuck it. Yeah, it's fine.
Kovacs, who do you think is the worst list?
Tough pick. These are solid games. I gotta admit, I don't have a lot of love for Final Fantasy X, but two people have it. So it's just like between that's the only negative game on this list as far as I'm concerned. The ones on yours, Leon, I'm honestly not familiar with at all. So I can't say
Really?
positive
You're
or
not familiar
negative.
with any of those three games?
Yeah.
What were you saying, Leon?
Rule of Rose, Jack 3, and Champions Return to Arms. Champions
Listen,
ignore that too.
I'm aware of the Jack series. Yes, I'm aware of it. Never played any of them, but the other two, never even heard of them.
Really?
Agreed.
Wait, you guys have never heard of Champions Return to Arms? Hold on.
Nope.
I haven't either.
I know.
All right, hold on. I gotta start a poll in chat now. I'm so okay. Hold on.
I had both it and the
And just to like vote a game being good because how you could resell it is kind of lame.
No, that was not the what I said. A, I've never played it, so it'll be a whole new fresh experience. B, it's a horror game made by Atlas, and Atlas has amazing games. That third one was just being like a bonus, like a cherry on top.
Yeah, like
Two of the three are you trying to resell the game. So like
What?
it's
That's not 2 out of 3. That was 1 out of the 3.
That's 1 out of 3.
Yeah, you only said that for one.
No. Like he said, he never played it, so it would be a bonus. Yeah, you only
No, I
want
said
to
it'd
play
be
it
a
'cause
fresh
you-
experience since I never played it. Like, if this is a
Let's
Desert Island
move on
game,
for the love of
yeah,
God.
one of the games like, hey, it'll be something totally new. That's not has anything to do with reselling it.
I don't know.
But let's see. If I had to actually nail down one, let's see.
I am
probably have-
shocked, chat.
I would
I am
honestly have-
shocked. Hold on. Chat,
God
you
damn
call
it.
yourself gamers, and only 20% of you ever heard of Champions Return to Arms. For shame.
Says the guy who's never played Skyrim. Hush now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
That's
wait.
No,
Actually,
thank you,
hold
Sally.
on. Let me
Thank
actually
you,
stand
Sally.
up for Leon
That's
here.
not true.
Because he said he's heard of it, but he hasn't played it. Whereas people
Okay,
are saying
okay.
they haven't heard Champions and thus they haven't played it.
Yeah, is
Yeah,
Champions
and
EverQuest?
Again, what I've said was I've tried to play Skyrim on 3 separate occasions, and all 3 times, about 15 minutes in, something has come up, and I've not been able to. I've had to deal with it like it's been an important thing. And the fact that it's happened 3 times without fail has made me like come to the realization I'm not meant to play Skyrim. It's cursed for me.
You're finally awake.
Man, you have this weird curse because that's the same reason why you won't play Arceus.
No, the reason I won't play Arceus is because like
fuck
since I
is
played it,
Arceus?
while
You
I
kept
was really-
getting sick.
Yeah, no, but like, so Arceus I played when I was at like the height of fucking COVID, and so now when I try and replay it, like the symptoms, I know it's in my head, but the symptoms come back.
Psychosomatic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
Psychosomatic
fucking
attacks.
psychosomatic.
That's
Arceus
PTSD
took it
from
away
COVID.
And I got deep into Arceus. I got to the second to last boss, so.
Can
I
Crow
played
give
enough
his,
Arceus to be able to say fuck Arceus.
Can Crow give his answer now, or what are we doing?
Yeah, it's if I get nailed to the wall here and I have to pick one, I'd have to go with Pouty, just simply due to the fact that Battlefront 2 is the reason why, because without an internet connection, that game gets old real fast.
That is
That's if
true.
you have your
why I didn't choose it, yeah.
imagination. I got used to playing by myself. I was that kind of nerd.
Yes.
See, Brew,
don't
what
pick
about you?
on
Who do you
Pouty.
think has the worst list?
I got what he just said about Pouty. I don't like to pick on Pouty, but like the fact that like a fucking
I'm
multiplayer
used to it.
game.
It's okay.
You know what I mean? Like we're all Star Wars geeks, I bet, in this room. But
I'm
like,
ending this fucking poll.
but I don't think like you could do a shooter like that and fucking get a consistent game. You know what I mean?
Well, as I said, it's just I thought all these games were solid lists to begin with, but if I have to pick somebody,
Yeah. We're of course we're choosing from the best.
Oh
of
no!
best.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
throwbacks
forgot.
forever.
Leon, I pick you.
Damn.
I agree with that.
Wow.
I love the
Let's
precision
pick
on that.
Leon for a little
We're
while.
just skipping right to it. Awesome.
Well,
Good job, Brewman. Like seriously, way to bridge that shit.
One game is like I just want to buy this game to like be cool and it's worth money, so that's fake as fuck.
That's
And
not
then-
what I said. Quit categorizing my argument. That's not even what I said.
Just let it go, Brewman and Leon. Both you're both yo-yos. Shut up,
No.
you yo-yos.
See that, though?
I know.
I'm winding him up. He knows I don't mean it.
Quit
you know?
pushing his buttons. That's my job.
I got that Aqua Teen Hugger reference, Dax. I heard that.
Hey, oh, dude, I love you.
You both yo-yos. Shut up, you yo-yos.
It made it hard to like choose between people's lists in general because a lot of people did have good picks. At least for me.
Yeah, no, we all had really good picks. Like everything we picked was awesome. I think we're great gamers, but like
This is a good list.
it's a good list.
Yes.
The list is live.
All right, Dax, who do you think has the worst list?
I want to vote Leon out of pure spite, but
Right,
I'll let it go. Even though that Ego Raptor thing on Leon Shower pissed me off. Let's see. Yeah, I agree with Crow. This is a hard pick. Cindy has Silent Hill too, so I can't pick her, so she's safe. Pouty. I like San Andreas. Final Fantasy X, I could probably learn to love. I didn't really give it a chance the first time.
Yeah.
Lulu, man, just focus on Lulu.
Just
It'll help
focus
you
on
get through
Lulu.
it.
Yeah. And it's it's a good RPG in its own right. So Battlefront 2 is also really cool. So yeah, Pouty's good. Pauly, for much the same reasons.
Paul is just the greatest hits of Cindy and Pouty's answers.
Exactly.
So.
It's really It's
I fucking dozed off, dude, and just like woke up. You guys were demanding an answer. And I'm just like, this is the best right here.
Get some coffee, motherfucker. Shoot.
Bang.
Dude, Daxie, if you have to come after me, I'm a fighter game guy, so
I can't pick. You got Tekken, so I can't pick you. You know what? I'm gonna make it easy. I'm just gonna pick my own list because, to be fair, the games I picked don't have a lot of replay value. So I'll just do that to keep it safe because I love all y'all too much.
I think the only, to be fair, Dax, you can pick yourself, but I disagree with your reasoning. Aside from Mega Man X8, I think Jack and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank
that's
have
true.
a lot of replay value. I think
Clank has a lot of replay.
Yeah, dude, they're legends. They're
All right,
legends.
I'm switching to Leon because fuck it.
Damn.
You're gonna have to ping pong me too much, man.
He literally was gonna take the knife.
But
and
hey,
he's like, "Give it to me."
it's okay because that's just in my character. So don't worry about it.
You know
buddy.
what? It is actually. It is in your character. Just like to fuck with me is literally part of your character because I know you don't mean it. So you know what? You're right. What do you think? Who has the worst list?
Everyone wins.
Okay, who has the worst list?
Hold on. Has any said
Hold on.
anything?
Well, Cindy will go last.
She
We're
said a
still
few
snaking
things.
up this list.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're going backwards.
Oh no, sorry. I thought Dax was done, so I thought we were making.
No.
I was tired. It's okay, Bruman.
It's okay. I don't have to go. It's good. Yeah. Out of everybody's list here, I'm gonna have to say I dislike Leon's the most because I don't know half the games on it. So there you go.
3
Agreed.
votes for
Agreed. Yeah, there you go.
Damn,
That's harsh.
There's nothing personal involved in that.
Roasted out here.
Yeah.
The poll wasn't lying, Leon.
Yeah. First,
City.
I mean, I know Jack 3, but the other two I have no idea. So that's my reasoning there.
Nope, fair enough. Cindy, who do you think has the worst list?
Actually, my line of reasoning fell along Pouty's line because you have 2 games I've never heard of.
Okay.
And everybody else is I've at least
Leon.
heard
Oh, damn.
Leon.
You lose to
sorry,
your
brother.
marketing teams, Leon. I'm sorry.
Not gonna lie,
One of the
Leon.
weakest links.
If I wasn't spite voting against clicky gamers, I probably would have chosen you too. So
you know that.
I'll put down 5 votes for Leon.
That's because Paul's racist. Okay, stepping down on the Cuban man. Okay,
that's right.
you know?
That's right.
I love how this turned out. I truly do.
I can't believe all y'all motherfuckers. I'm maybe the only person to vote for Cromax, to be fair. I think Cromax is the worst list.
I actually don't mind if anyone picked my list because, as I stated when I named them, they're mostly picked for sentimental reasons. I'm picking them for the memories.
You made a good case for your list, to be fair, but yeah. Alrighty, we are at that 3-hour mark. It is time to go. I was right to save this segment for last. I knew this would be fun. Anybody else want to change their votes to me having the worst list before we go?
Yeah, I'll switch it to Leon.
Let's just make it fucking unanimous. Let's just make it unanimous. All in favor of unanimously screw Leon's list?
Sure.
Say aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
And it is done. Leon, you win all the votes, including your own. Why not?
Oh.
Alrighty. Nobody just did a raid. Thank you so much. We're literally wrapping up right now, so I'll find someone else to raid. But thank you so much, nobody. It is truly appreciated. Clicky Gamer, tell the people who you are, what you do, where they can find you, the whole 9.
Yeah. Well, like you can reach me at Kalika Gamers, obviously. Trying to get my videos out, with people like Melanie Mack and the BBC will stop being fucking bitches.
Punk bitches, you could even say.
Yeah.
Aiming
That's
high.
fair.
I thought you were
That's a
flipping
weird
off the screen,
combo.
Pouty, and hiding your finger behind your mic.
But yeah, like generally I don't give a
everybody,
shit.
real quick, I see a lot of y'all dropping off. Stick around. We're going to raid Melee Games. They've been very good to me throughout all of our time on YouTube together. If for nothing else, at least stick around until after the intro so you can like their stream, throw some in the chat so they get the engagement. They are absolutely incredible people. That is my request to you. You guys have been so great tonight. Stick around for the Melee Games raid. Go on, Dex.
We raiding them melees is what I said. Let's go.
Paul, tell you who you are, what you do, what you got going on, the whole 9.
All right. Well, first, I was too high earlier to do my customary. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, Pouty.
Hello.
I am Leon's IRL bestie. Yeah, I'm in all the.
Yo, Paul, you
all
got
the
an
chat.
X? Anything I can
What?
plug you on?
Nah, dude, I really don't. I don't do anything on
Okay.
that goddamn thing.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, just always can find me in Leon's chats and a lot of the cabal as well, supporting my boy and his homies. So
You'll
Fuck
love to
yeah,
see it.
son.
Thank you so much, homie. Crowbacks, all you.
So, how you doing, folks? My name's Krovax, a low-level content creator, humble provocateur, and currently dealing with some IRL stuff while on hiatus. Hopefully, to get some new content out in the near future.
You'll love to see it. Sebrew?
Sorry, my name is Sebrew. Dude, I'm chat. What do you call it? Aggregator. I'm one of the people that try to make things go right.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like I support my friends in the cabal. I'm here when I can be. I work a lot, but I also give a fuck about the people that I care about. So like y'all my homies. Hopefully you guys have a great night. Thank you.
Fuck
No,
yeah,
thank
dude.
you.
Always great to have you. You really
Thank you.
brought the heat tonight.
I can't wait for that.
Speaking of people great to have, Daxy, best mod in the whole damn land. Great to
Oh,
have you.
is it me?
It is
Okay.
you.
Well, what can I say, everybody? This has been a wild success, and now Leon gets to watch Peter Dinklage embarrass himself for his enjoyment. So, thanks
A
so
little
much for that.
dinklage.
The Petey Dinkler, good old Petey Dinkler. Yeah, you know, I'm Dax. I float here and there, and get let on
Here and
streams
there and
because people.
everywhere.
I'm not a gummy bear, though I have been
No.
accused of this in the past. All right, yeah. Thanks so much, chat. Seriously, hanging out with y'all every week is the best part of it for me. And let's just to go ahead and enough about me. Let's read off some donors. Piranha Pout. Thanks so much, Pouty. I'm glad your streams are popping off, girl. Kalika Gamer. Thank you, sir. Jake, motherfucking Martin, pillar of the community, friend of the channel. Jakey, thank you. Brewman dropping them 2 bangers all night. Thank you so much, man. Krovax helping us out. Jerry D. Sills, the Sith Lord poet. Thank you, Jerry. Melissa Lord, the bigot daddy himself. Hypniatic. Thank you so much, bro. UAF Omega. Thanks, brother. You got Niat for the Australian 13 and it Devastator pushing us to tier 2. Last but not least, thanks all so much. And yeah, as for me, I'll just be in chat on Countercast. I'll be around for Tinfoil Haters, try to catch the lunch hours if I can. I'm doing Titan Nap Tuesdays with Abomination AJ now. I'm like his co-host because we both bond on our love of furries. All right, have a good night.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I might as well just push through that part.
So AJ is a furry?
He's furry adjacent. I'll pull him down to my level eventually, though.
His Lion King collection begs to differ.
Damn, Pouty, you got the details? Like, what's up?
Yeah, no,
I'm just an observer.
Let's say that's good enough. Oh, noise pollution stream on Thursdays. I sometimes pop into that. The news with Sammy 3-peat and Stupenzo stream Sundays. So, no news this Sunday for Sammy, but Stupenzo stream still on, as far as I know. So sweet. See y'all later. Bye.
Can I
Pouty, all you. No, Zebra, we're doing outros. Pouty, all you. Lay it on, girly.
All right. Hi, I'm Piranha Pout. I normally stream on Fridays, playing whatever games. I'm starting to get Pouty plays underway. But my biggest thing right now is the Afterglow Arcade, which is surprisingly popping off. I'm surprised that people want to watch me play Zelda and struggle at it in the middle of the night. But if that's your thing, I just struggle through the water temple. So come check that out.
Yeah. She did.
You love to
And
see it. Make
fishing.
sure everybody sub to Pouty Mods. Thank you so much. Be dropping links and whatnot. Cinny, all you, girly.
Well, hey there, cuties. I'm Cinevere. I am coming back full time with my streams starting on Monday. I've renamed the segment Midnight Sin. So look forward to it because I have a ton of announcements and I cannot wait.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Still excited for that costume contest, Cindy.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I was like, dang it, I forgot to record the video. Like, oh my goodness.
Oh, we got a late entry right here at the end. Randall has gifted awards and Paradise membership. Thank you so much. You didn't need to. You did. I truly appreciate this for you, brother.
It's a party. The more the merrier. Isn't that right, Si?
All right, bingo, bingo, bongo. Guys, thank you so much for joining another successful episode of Neon Leon. We had some great topics. Mad shout out to Cindy for co-hosting there for that second half. Truly appreciate it. Make sure everybody subscribes to all these people on the lovely panel. Stick around for the Melee raid because we want to make sure they get some absolutely massive numbers. They deserve it. They're great people. Beyond that, thank you so much for donating. All those of you that did, it means the world to me. It's because of you guys I'm able to keep doing this. Those of you that didn't or can't or whatnot, still thank you so much for being here. And if you've not watched my video today, doing a massive takedown of that homo ass Endymion, make sure to check it out because he is absolutely a fake Resident Evil fan. I prove it time and time again. So until next time, I will see y'all soon. It's all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise. Stay vital, idle, ready to melee.